What's the weather like in your parts, guys?
Sorry, mate. Yeah, go.
The weather?
Yeah, it's 72% humidity and 93 degrees. So that's Florida.
God, I don't know how you deal. I don't know how you deal with it, Jim. And in your garage.
Yeah, I'm sweating my ass off.
Right.
Trust
me. That's me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, it's good here at the moment. It's the cooler weather's starting to nick off a little bit, which is all right. I went out flying again on Tuesday to the same place I went and got attacked by that bird, and I was very careful. And the bastards were out again too. And I was standing under a tree, so there was trees hanging over me, so they couldn't get to the top and come down on me like they did last time. So
the butcher birds?
Yeah, man.
Matt, you're still getting up at the crack of dawn for those flights, for doing those things?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know how you do it. I feel like a lazy piece of what, but it's just like I'm not motivated to get up. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you guys feel this way. I've lost some motivation in going out like I used to for the passion of flying and capturing stuff. Now it's all about, like, for me at least, is like making money. Like I'm afraid to go out, crash a drone, and then I'll be in the minus. So I'm not doing as much flights and stuff and posting stuff as I probably would at one time.
Well, it's I had about a total of 3 hours bloody sleep that night. I couldn't get to sleep. So anyway, my alarm goes off at 4 a.m. and I'm just sort of laying there waiting for it to go off. And I was really tight. I really had to pull myself out and get in the car because I really couldn't be bothered. But once I got there, I was so glad I did. It's like, oh, this is awesome, chucking the drone up and all that. And I'll tell you what, man, that skin is freaking out of this world. I love it. The orange Mavic 2.
Seriously?
Oh, mate.
No issues with it capturing heat or anything like that? Like more heat, since it's not covering any of the vents or anything like that. So.
Oh, no. Shit.
So it's no issue.
Hey, I was talking to Bob Casey today. He told me that the Mavic Air 2, the Fly app, does not have, how we can set the low battery limit at 30% and then the critical battery at 10%? He said the Fly app don't have that.
No.
And he was 300. He says the first time you get a low battery warning, your ass better be coming home, because he was at 300 feet and it was 10%. He said this thing was landing, and you know how it is. At 10%, it's going to land no matter what you do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You can punch it up. Well, mine, I don't know about the air, but you can punch it up during that landing process and move it around and do all sorts of stuff. So you can throttle it up.
You can fly, but once it gets to a certain level, it's not going to go higher than that.
It's coming down. Yeah, I mean, my Spark, you saw that one. That was well truly below 10 and landed with 0, but I could still throttle it up. I could still move it up. Now, whether that's changed,
you could move the bird up.
Yeah.
See, for me, when I do that, it'll just stop it from coming down. It won't go up above a certain level.
Well, I was lucky I could do that because the land actually went like this to where I was.
Right.
And it was coming down. And if I couldn't have throttled it up, it would have just gone floop.
Bam. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Hey, Dre.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let's have a look at the chat here. Who we got? Thomas, how are you, buddy? Caleb. Holy moly, Batman. Caleb Young's in there. Mike Kenny. How are you, Mike? Hey, sad news.
Yeah.
About John.
I've heard that. I've seen Adrian's little post. I'm not much on the social media stuff other than YouTube, so I've seen his little. That's sad.
John, he was wearing a left ventricular pump for his heart. He was awaiting a heart transplant, but I didn't know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So he came into the chat here, and we were discussing whether his dog was the Doberman or not. Or a Rottweiler, if you remember, on his profile picture.
Yeah.
That was a few weeks ago. I I wasn't aware of any of his issues until I saw his one of his videos that he popped up on his
right
on his YouTube channel.
yeah.
And yeah, obviously, you just said he was wearing that thing. And you know, that's a horrendous thing, waiting for a heart transplant. My God. But you know, everything seemed to be all right. But it's just a shock, an absolute shock when you've got someone you're dealing with, you know, in chat and all that sort of stuff, and then you hear stuff like that. It's horrendous, man.
It scares the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was 59.
Wow, it's a reality check for sure. That's why you got to enjoy what you're doing. I take advantage of it too as well. So
it says 4 a.m. starts, Al. No?
No. I'm with Al on this one.
Well, you know, it's what was it? I mean, a normal person or something like that, or before shift work and all that sort of stuff, would see normally around about, I think, 10 sunrises in their entire lifetime. That was stats from years ago. And I was in the railways back then, and just about every day I was seeing a bloody sunrise. So I've seen enough for everybody already. Oh dear. But yeah, that's kind of sad. Look, see someone here, thumbs down already. Doesn't like the fact we were talking about poor old John, I guess.
They're everywhere. The thumbs down, the trollers.
Yeah, they're everywhere, mate.
Who cares?
Gotta love that. Do it again. Another thumbs down.
Does it really have a thumbs down?
Yeah.
I seen that on the video you did the other day, and that video was amazing. And you get a thumbs down. It's like, come on, seriously.
I get them on every video I put out, mate.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It is.
I get them too. I don't know.
It's almost like you don't want to give them the power, and you wish you could like disconnect that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, don't worry about that. Just
mate,
move on.
They can always switch to another channel if you don't like it.
Yeah, but
mate,
I guess it's there for a reason. Hey, Ari.
Hey, Ari. When it comes down to it, you know, it's if I was getting 99% thumbs down, I'm doing something wrong. This is just, you know, I bet you it was actually Jim. I bet you Jim.
Probably me.
You son bitch.
Yeah, Bob Casey, we were talking about you with the Fly app and how it doesn't tell you that percentage until you. So Bob was saying land it when it first tells you to land it.
Yeah, it's not very detailed like the Mavic 2s. And I only know that because I have the Mavic Mini.
Can you set the battery discharge dates?
I think it just shows the voltage. Like, not even that. I think it's just the percentage, Jim. And you don't see it on screen. You got to actually touch that button for it to appear.
Oh, man.
It's like one of those Easter egg things. It's kind of crazy.
Well, that Mavic Air 2, I mean, they've got that update now so you can actually see your bloody battery level.
You know, that aircraft is looking promising more and more.
Mate, it was looking promising to start with. You know, they just had a few little things to iron out. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's got a great little camera on it, and you know, it flies well like most DJI drones do. You know, you know when you put it in there, you got something solid there to fly. And you know, the Mavic Air 2 is no exception to that. But yeah, just a few little bugs they have to iron out with that bloody Fly.
Yeah.
And once they do that and give some more firmware and all that sort of stuff, you know, over time it'll become a very capable. It is now, but you know, even more so.
Do you believe they're going to make the transition in the next Mavic 3? Like, it'll be no more it won't be the Go 4 app anymore. It'll be now the Fly app. They've shown that over the years.
Friggin' end of lifing stuff left and right, man.
That's exactly.
I mean, the stuff I got is only 2 years old, and it's already old. That new Matrice 300 has its own enterprise smart controller. They don't sell the Crystal Skies anymore, I don't think.
Yeah,
they do.
They sell the refurbished. I bought a refurbished 5.5 from them. So they do sell. I know they sell the refurbished. I don't know about an actual new one.
Yeah, hey, Bill. When we got the smart controller, they still sell them. And if they went over to DJI Fly, well, Maybe they will, but I think that they won't be doing it until the smart controller supports it and a lot of other things.
Yeah, exactly right. Because you spend that sort of money on a smart controller, you want to be able to, use it on a couple of different drones.
I know it's so limited.
It is limited.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to start your aircraft and launch it. I mean, it's just like boom, boom. There's, you know what I mean? Just those little steps and how fast you set it up.
No,
it means
boom,
the world.
Boom, boom. Well, there's 3 booms. So boom when you start the aircraft up, the boom when you start the smart controller, and the boom when the app crashes and you crash yourself.
So you're getting a bada bing boom. That's what
Yeah.
I get
and they had a son of a bitch in the middle there.
Yeah, there you go.
I get a sonic boom when I put mine into sports mode. That scares the birds. That does. Bill, how are you, mate? Haven't seen Bill for quite some time. Newfound Drone Productions.
Hey, Bill. Tim's here as well.
Yes, Tim Pinstripe Jackson is in the house.
Tim has been everywhere lately. I have seen him all over. He's just exercising his computer rights a little too much.
He is. He's being. I don't think he knows how to turn it off, to be honest.
Right.
It just goes all the time.
Well, as he gets his internet through, 4G. Remember the old CB days, a thumbtack in the coax? Yeah, that'll work.
I tell you what, man. After I posted that video of my neighbor, I'd like to have Mike Kinney around me here, because I can't do the things Mike said he wanted to do to that neighbor. Because I got to live here.
I was just going to come in, shoot him, but then if you did have to shoot him, someone could argue that you'd been egged on to do it. So I just thought I'd leave that alone.
You're very courteous.
This was the only time I was able to catch that dude on camera, Al. That's why I didn't say a friggin' word. I said, let everybody see what I go through. This guy has been here with his truck in front of my house, threatening to shoot the damn thing down, shoot me, but I never had it on camera. This time I got it on camera. Didn't say a word.
Yeah, I think I probably would have gone off.
I've done that already. We've been through this bullshit.
It seems like he knows his line across, because he didn't come on your property. He was in the distance. So
as I moved forward on my lawn, he backed away. So I knew right away there wasn't going to be a confrontation. So let him talk. I know you're a pervert.
We all see the way that you look at Matt.
It's probably because you dropped in on his weed operation. Is it legal to grow there? Could be grown in the backyard, and thinking that you could see that stuff.
Florida designated. How does this happen? Okay, they designated in 2014 who the growers were going to be.
I don't know who you might be talking about there, Ari. I'm not sure.
No idea.
As long as I'm not Gimli, that's cool. I'll play that role.
You can.
Yeah, that's it. Where's your axe?
A nod to the long hair, Ari.
It's started.
Yeah. I brushed it out and haven't put it up yet. If it's not going to be a distraction or anything, I'll put it back up again.
Yeah, no. Well.
I've heard a lot of comments about it. The best one I think I heard was, "I look like a blonde Jesus." Every young Jewish boy wants to hear that.
Not enough guilt. The Jewish guilt.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Peter's
here. In my pocket all the time. Just press a button. It's telling me to get up. That's so funny. Wow. I didn't know that.
Oh. Peter Carroll!
Peter's here, yeah.
Got Pete there. That's a good thing.
I saw that. I didn't share that with Peter because I didn't have his phone number or anything. Peter, I saw this thing where this judge was getting dragged out of the courtroom.
That was hilarious.
I had to share that,
yeah. Yeah, I know. Hey. Yeah, a judge was being pulled out of the courtroom.
I typed Judge Judy on there.
Yeah. That's funny as all shit. That is. We got someone else in here. Brent Ariels.
Gary.
Yeah, man.
What's up, Gary?
Yeah, dude. That video you sent me during the week, shotgun, the 4-wheel drive. That's on the heading up on the what's called the old Telegraph Road. That heads from Cairns up to Cape York, which is right up the northernmost point of Australia.
Now, you said you had some video of that. Do you have any?
Yeah, I have. Yep.
All right, now let's set this up. I got this thing in Facebook Messenger, not from any of you guys. It was just one of those. I don't know. This when you go on Facebook Messenger on your phone, there's like it's 3 things on top: the people you talk to, and then off on the top left, it's stories. I pressed it by accident, and I got captivated with this one truck going straight friggin' and did they make a production out of that or what, Matt?
Yeah, no.
Wait for it, people. Wait for it.
Are you guys all on the same Facebook group? You guys make me want to get in it and join, but I'm scared.
You got to be in it to win it.
I don't want people start requesting friendship like people I know in the past. I don't want to deal with that stuff. There's a lot of drama on that. At least I think there is.
It can be a good
to keep away.
No, that can be a good thing because I've had a few Saturday nights where if I didn't have a Facebook, I probably wouldn't have caught up with them. And you know, when you don't,
he doesn't want to catch up with them.
Well, you do what I do, Al.
It's kind of like F my pass.
You unfriend almost everybody, and then the ones you don't unfriend, you just unfollow. So you get their messenger messages, but you don't have to watch the BS.
No, there's plenty of BS out there, mate. But I don't do Facebook at all anymore.
Tim told me to be very afraid of Facebook.
I don't like about Facebook is crap you've posted 20 years ago comes up in your memories.
Yeah, they insist on reminding you.
Yes.
God, could I do that back then? Shit, did I look that good? In my case, the answer is always no.
That's like, oh man, I never should have posted that one. You know, one of those.
Yeah.
Remember when I used to talk to that guy? What a tosser.
I know, and that's the thing, because and I've had people, you know, from school, friend requests. I didn't get along with you at school. What?
Right.
Why would I?
Why do you want to talk to me now?
No, not interested. Let me just insert this DVD.
I'll get on to that holding page, Tim. That'll be the last thing, you know. I'll get all the sorry, just answering Tim. I'm too lazy to type. I'll get everything else running. Everything else is running. Now I'll look at putting up a web page because I don't do that very well.
The droning veteran.
I tell you what, he's doing really well lately, and I want to show some of his stuff later, because as we all do, we progress and we learn things and we move forward and try different things out. And he is doing really well with his videos. The way he's, you son of a bitch, the way he's flying now, taking footage. It's bloody fantastic. And some of the places.
Who are you referencing, Matt? I missed it. I missed
the droning veteran.
The droning veteran.
Okay. So,
he's not really a droning veteran. He just started his drone up the other day, but he's a veteran of the military.
Glad you cleared that up, Jim.
I just saw it. Yeah. Your camera went. All right, there you go.
We were all confused about that, and you have just cleared that up.
I just wanted to, define the title. Listen. I found out there was yet another copy of DJI Assistant 2.
What?
Yeah.
Let me turn this down. God damn it.
Whoa. A little bass. Got a little bass in that, baby.
Yeah, dude. Got that right.
I had to. The drone wasn't connecting at all with the RTK base antenna. Let me see right there. That thing connects to the drone on the ground there. And each piece of that has to be connected to DJI Assistant. Oh, you showing it?
What the hell went on there?
I don't know.
You broke it, Matt.
I don't know. What's on there?
That was weird.
Couldn't have been us.
Why did that just stop? Share the screen, you mong. Now it just did it again.
Is it behind it? Shrink that down. No.
Oh, this is what
There
I
it is. There it is.
Hey, tell me if my voice changes. If I go like that, if I go like that, test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2. Is my voice changing at all?
Test
No.
1 3. No.
Holy shit bags. Oh well, that's a waste of freaking time, isn't it? Anyway.
I used to use a similar package and gave it up for Lent. It was a pain.
Oh look, I downloaded it the other day just to have a bit of a look at it, you know. And I thought I don't know, just give it a bit of a crack, and did a few recordings with it. Wasn't happy with the sound at all, to be honest, but just probably because I don't know how to use it.
So let me see. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, right,
I want to find what I got sent.
This is the road to Cape York. There's lots of river crossings and blah 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 there, and actually it's quite a trip because it wrecks you. It wrecks your car, absolutely annihilates your car. With the corrugations in the roads. I mean, my petrol tank fell out. My spotlights all fell to pieces. The snorkel bolts all fell out. The radiator.
Yeah, I hate when my snorkel bolts fall out.
Yeah.
That's a bitch.
So, hey, Rick, how are you, buddy? Anyway, so let's just go here. These roads. Come on. Oh, that's just camping.
I should not. Oh, God. That thing I have, I forgot it has the twat waffle definition in it. I better stop sharing that.
I would have paid that guy to slam on the brakes midstream, Matt.
Yeah, I'll be this Birdie Creek.
Where's the part where it's
I'm getting to
Damn,
it.
where's the crocodile when you need
right?
it?
Is that it there?
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah. Now, there's 3 entry points here.
Wow, they made it look so much steeper on that one I sent you.
Now, see the one on the left? That one there? That's the one he went down. Right? So that's
yeah, okay.
Right.
Any drone? Did you catch any drone footage?
Dude, I'm so pissed. I didn't have a drone back then, mate.
Wow.
And the camera footage is off. This is all off of bloody a Panasonic 3CCD U-Butte piece of shit.
Yeah.
Camcorder, you know. So this is what we get. But that's the one there. You can see it better there. There it is there. Now there's another one to the left of that too. So that's the vertical. Anyway.
Now you see this, and the one that got sent to me makes it look so friggin' dramatic.
Yeah, dude.
Wait for it. Bob's going to start going down any minute now.
I want to
Something goes wrong out there, Jim. It is pretty dramatic. It's like a 5-hour flight before anyone gets to you.
Oh, really? It's that far out?
Oh,
yeah,
you're in
World War II wreckage. Yeah.
You're in a lot of trouble. These are the World War II planes that crashed into the bush up there. Beaufort bombers. What are they? C-30s.
That must be the nose cone. That's pretty small.
No, it's looking back into the fuselage, Jim, in the crawl space.
And there is the gunner.
The big gunner.
When's the last time you've been back out there, Matt?
2005, dude.
Oh, that's broken in half. Jeez.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Hit the tree. Very, very.
That's a wild find, though.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you're hiking for days to find that one, or just ran across it. One of the two.
Yeah, we did. It was off one of the roads. See, I've got a missing spotty there.
Yep.
Fell off.
There's only one. It fell off?
Yeah, dude. The roads just totally shit it.
G'day, Art.
I just want to find this bloke here. Not that one. These water crossings are pretty cool.
I don't even see. Oh, the snorkel's on the wrong side. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't use snorkels, mate. Our four-wheel drives can hold their breath.
Not around here, man. You buy a Jeep, everybody thinks they're a four-wheeler now. It's still got an 8-inch clearance to the rear drive axle.
Check out that bridge.
Yeah, it's safe. So, yeah, let me just stop in the middle and see if it'll hold my weight for a half hour.
Yeah, look, built by the Corps of Army Engineers.
This was shocking to get down. This was really bad. Really bad. I nearly tipped over here.
Got fireworks going off in the background here.
No, it's just somebody shooting at drones, Jim.
Probably, yeah. Sorry.
All your neighbor knows you're on a live stream. Being disruptive.
I'm just trying to find this bloody. Oh, he nearly fell down the hole.
Oh,
So close.
man.
So close to falling in.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not pretty. Not pretty. But this other bloke here, hang on, I'll just find this thing. This will be the last bit I'll show you. Oh no. Their motorbikes fell to pieces. Here we go. This bloke here, right? This is a creek called Birdie Creek, right? Now on the way up here, you always walk your water crossings to make sure there's nothing, right? Now the entry here is over here past where you can see, and the exit point is along this bank and across, right? So as you come into the entry, you can see your exit way off to the right hand side, because this whole riverbed has got 6-foot holes in it.
oh,
And the only way to look at that is to walk it, have a look, see what's going. So, and this bloke didn't do it. Now, as you said before, Ari, we're in the middle of nowhere here, and trying to get when you're in a situation like that, you're stuffed, absolutely stuffed. So we just got a snappy on his bloody on his trailer. Had to pull that out of the way. Look at his car.
Wow, look how deep that is. You would never think it was that deep right there.
He
That's
just
pretty
turned right,
deep.
started driving down. Whoop, off he goes. You got to be careful up here. It's not too bad with water like this, but there's a lot of crocs up here. So
now, what does he do? I mean, has he got water in the engine, or he's got a snorkel and he's sealed?
I know he because everything went under, mate, and it was there for a couple of hours before we actually came around the corner and saw him. So his whole engine was full of water.
Okay.
And it was just lucky that one of the fellas we were. Oh God!
Your phone's ringing, mate.
Man,
Your phone's ringing, mate.
Oh dear.
Snatch means a different thing in this country. You know that, right?
Sure
yeah,
does.
There's 2 meetings here.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it's the same 2 meetings here.
So you're saying, Matt, just as he was lucky that you had what?
Hey.
Somebody with you was a mechanic, were you going to say?
Oh yeah. He was a diesel mechanic. Now there's two. There's mine and the other Land Cruiser, and we've both got snatch straps on him. Snatch straps. And look at this. Launch, dude.
Holy cow. Wow.
Shit.
Then he
He
goes
didn't
back
break his
to another
axle
hole.
or anything.
And we're all yelling, is there oil coming out the bottom? Because he could have ripped the stump off, man.
That's the old hold my beer and watch this.
To give you guys some sort of idea, what it's like out there. Very few people drive good cars. That's where cars go to die. Seriously, in other parts of Australia, they put cars that are really not particularly roadworthy on transporters and take them up there and sell them. But I can remember one occasion, a bit west of there in central Queensland, we saw two guys, Aboriginal guys, reversing into town, and they'd reversed for over 300 kilometres. They were out in the middle of nowhere and dropped a ball joint and a wishbone. So they just cut down a tree and got a few pieces of log and strapped it under that where that weir would be, and then reversed almost 300 kilometres into town. They're pretty good at making do out there.
If you ever want to YouTube it, bush mechanics they call it, and it's the Aboriginal boys out there doing their stuff on the old cars. That
was that a Nissan? Was that a Nissan pickup?
This is a Nissan here, yeah, the one I've got.
Oh.
That coming up on here, that's a Nissan too. That's a Patrol.
Say it again. What do you call it? Nissan?
Nissan, yeah.
Call it Nissan here.
Don't ask us why.
No.
Yeah, we have no idea why it's Nissan, but they say it on TV. So
now I will tell you this: in this four-wheel drive, we're a family of Americans, and
why? Because we have to feed the crocodiles somehow.
They got to eat too.
We had the best time with them the night prior after we pulled that four-wheel drive out. We had the best time with them because they'd never had damper, they'd never camped out or anything like that. So we had a big barbie, and we're in the middle of the sticks drinking beer, and I've cooked this bloody big damper in my camp oven. They loved it. Oh, mate, they had a great night. But he got stuck here. This is the last exit. So he got stuck here. He couldn't get out. Now, there was a bloke up the top there with a winch on it. Now, when someone's winching you, you want to have it in gear and you want to give the winch a hand.
Yeah.
He was just sitting there going, come on. We go, put it into gear, mate. Give him a hand. So anyway, they finally winch him out.
Because who doesn't like to see a half-inch cable snap back at you?
Yeah,
Take your legs off at the knees. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it'll
Cut
take
you in
your head
half.
off. Take your head off. That's why, even just putting a jumper over it, just something simple like that, like a jacket or something like that over your cable. If it snaps, it ain't going to go anywhere. It just drops. It takes all that inertia out of it. So anyway, they got him up. And this is me trying to get up. I just thought I'd give it a bit of a
been trying to get it up for years.
I mean,
This is me the last time I had it up.
I did too.
I guess I don't get invited to go flying with Matt this week either.
Yeah.
Did you get the rear court here, Matt?
Huh?
Is the rear court here?
No, it's not. No, it's just the front's losing traction. So I've got to. I wasn't going to be winched. I wasn't winched the whole trip, and I was dead. No way you hooking a winch up. I'm out of here. So
You manhandled this one, right?
Wow, that's pride right there. It's pride.
Yeah.
It is, man.
Otherwise known as stubborn stupidity.
True, that too. There's a whole lot of that too, Ari.
Matt, who was holding your beer at this point, Matt?
Mate, I was still holding my beer. Here we go. Thank you very much. Woo!
Round of applause.
And the reason Matt no longer has that Nissan is when he got back, he sold it for some reason.
There was a round of applause. Hang on. I wonder if I can.
Oh, right.
Oh, hang on.
Replay.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Is there a chick on the other end breathing in there or something? Or holding the camera?
Oh, right.
They wouldn't take a no for an answer.
So there you have it. That's
Peter said that's a Ford, not a Nissan. I was talking about the pickup.
Oh, dear. Okay. Okay.
Ford Maverick is a rebadged Nissan Patrol out here, or used to be.
Exactly. So yeah, well, they don't do it anymore, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, he's right. It was they just put a Ford badge on it, but it's a Nissan Patrol.
The
Everything.
latest generation of Ford vehicles, of four-wheel drives, were Mazdas.
God, you don't know who owns what anymore. I think
No.
Renault owns Saab, who makes the Isuzu. I don't know what the hell. Somebody, the guy Scotty Kilmer was talking about the other day. Don't buy this car because it's made by this transmission company and that body company. And like, holy shit.
I'm reading the chat here. I've missed quite a bit.
It's not like you ever really pay attention to the chat.
Sorry. You have to fly.
Carroll had one as a company car. Of course, when you work for Ford, what do they give you to drive? A rebadge this and
Yeah, when you because we had a few of them. There was the Toyota and the Holden, where there's a Toyota Commodore basically.
yeah, Toyota Lexan was a Holden Commodore.
Lexan, exactly right. Red Ruby. I just come from Red Ruby's. She was doing a deer cam. So she had the cam set up with all the deers, but she put her iPad out and it scared all the deers away. So there was no deer cam. Yeah. Oh, the Tiny Hawk. I was looking at a Tiny Hawk yesterday, actually, on Amazon.
Those are great little indoor little flyers.
So I hear.
On the fly.
Yeah. So it was the Tiny Hawk 2. There was a whole package there. I'm guessing that's the one that everyone's getting. That are getting them.
With the headsets and controller and all that stuff. It's a bind and fly model, right?
Yeah.
When a year ago, I bought the first version 1, and I started flying it with the Jumper T12. It's pretty good. It's good. It's a little setup.
Yep.
Hey, Ari, on Netflix, I don't know if you guys have the same show because I've heard there's such a uproar about it. It's called Mind Hunters, where the main character's name is Holden Ford.
Holden Ford. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I didn't know that meant anything in Australia.
Yeah.
Apparently, Australians.
What was that character in Hitchhiker's Guide, Matt? Ford Prefect.
Ford Prefect.
That was the model of a car in England. A Ford in England was a Ford Prefect.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Oh my God, Hitchhikers.
Yeah, I still love Marvin. He was my favourite.
Mike Kenny, clean up. What we haven't been. Have we been? Have we been saying anything?
We've been pretty good, Matt. We've been pretty good.
All you talked about was the snatch rope,
which Jim had to remind us.
And getting up. And getting it up.
Yeah, and getting it up the hill.
Snatch and getting it up.
So I don't know what you're talking about there.
That's if your snatch means the same as what our snatch.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, Tim, I still haven't flown the Disco. My 3D printer friend has not yet supplied me with the landing skid.
The Disco. Oh, okay.
Those are the foam bodies, right?
Yeah.
So if you land on them, you turn the bottom up.
Yeah.
Look, they're pretty good, Al, but they haven't been in production for going on 3 years. You can get some spare parts, but they pretty much have to come from Britain, and you pay through the nose.
You can get spares for them.
Yeah,
what got you into that, Ari?
I have wanted one of those since before I flew multi-rotors. Before I was even into drones or anything like that, I've been flying RC aircraft for 30 years, Jim. I'm a flight instructor for that. And I was cruising through YouTube one day, and I found this guy named Dustin Dunhill, who we all know who he is, who was flying drones
from island to island.
And I thought, because a friend and I had just finished modifying a large RC aircraft called a Telemaster with about a 10-foot wingspan and making it so that it could fly autonomously. And it took us years and thousands of dollars. And then they come out with this thing. I thought, I want one of them. And then they went off sale. It took me a while, but I managed to get one a few months ago from a guy in Western Australia named Tim Jackson. But I didn't let that put me off because it had never been flown. So I jumped on it.
He made a little comment there. I asked Nick to send me a landing pad, but damn thing is huge.
Is that a comment on your landing skills?
Just carry your own asphalt around, mate.
Thanks, Tom. I might actually take you up on that. I want to lay in some spare parts while I can get them. I want to keep flying this thing for a while.
That's the only problem when they do things. Which
Hey, you know who gave me a great tip last week when I was on your show was Mike, Night Train FPV. Told me to place my antennas on this crossfire from down here to up here, and it's been a world of a change. These little Cinewhoops.
A lot of guys are using a little piece of plastic to keep them separated.
So shout out to Mike. I just flipped the whole setup and strapped it with some zip ties. So it seems
Zip
to work.
ties. You can fix everything with zip ties.
Yeah, zip ties can fix the world.
That's it. Oh, there's Mike right there.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Thanks, Night Train.
The minute you talk about him, he pops on.
Family of Tech, how are you? He's got a good channel. He knows it. You know what I like about his channel is the fact that he does look at the secondhand stuff as looking at value for money instead of buying new. Because basically, you know, as I've done with my drones too, you know, I buy a drone about brand new anyway.
Have you ever bought a drone?
Sorry?
Have you ever bought a brand new drone?
No. Oh, yes, I have actually. Yeah, the Ranger Stinger.
I mean, a real drone.
What's the Ranger Stinger?
I know. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Jeez, Ari, I'll tell you.
Well, if you like, you know, you can get rid of the Mavic 2 Pro and probably buy 2 or 3 Stingers.
Well, more than that, dude. I'd have a whole room full of Stingers, man.
What the hell is a
Thanks,
Stinger?
Night Train.
Oh, it's a toy grade drone, really, Jim.
It is. It's $160 FPV drone. It's got 720. I think the cap. No, hang on. No, it's not. It's 10. Oh, hang on. Is it?
Where'd you buy that? From Banggood?
Sorry.
Did you buy that Banggood? Bang you good?
No. Thank
Right.
you.
Back in a
Banggood.
minute. I'm about to spend some more money for Tim Jackson.
Jesus, I remember buying these things off the shelf from Walmart or whatever. That they would have a helicopter type setup, and you would have to hit this tiny little remote controller, and you got to quick hit the trim switch before the damn thing crashes. Yeah. I crashed it every time.
They sell them here and at the malls, the middle aisles, the little stores.
Yeah,
they sell them there.
I had probably 4 or 5 of them.
Crashed them every time. Every time.
Yeah, they don't like crashes.
You started with those, Matt, before you moved on to the bigger drones?
Only for my house. Yeah, only for my house that I was stuffing around with. I was flying fixed wing before that.
Okay, cool.
I started off with rockets. I like the rockets better
rockets are cool too.
Flying
Matt,
planes.
you might want to read Tim's comment there regarding cases.
Hang on,
Cases.
For Mavic 2s.
What a Tim. You need a Mavic 2 case. I have an extra. I don't need.
There you go, Matt. Jump on that. I think he's talking to Matt if he doesn't have a case.
Yeah.
Or the Mavic 2.
Who's that? Sorry?
Tim Jackson.
He's got a hard case for Mavic 2 spare.
Yeah,
I'll tell you something.
On that one.
That is one product that is pure money.
What's that?
Pure money. Cases, hard cases.
I bought the MC cases for the Mavic 2 and the smart controller. It's a great case.
You can go down. I want to get a case for my smart controller, but when you think about it, you can go down to your local hardware and buy a hard case.
No, but you gotta spray it with the glue so all the foam don't come apart when you keep on lifting it up. I've done that, Ari. It's just a pain in the ass. It comes out all crappy. But look, this is the MC cases.
I've got a no-name case. That's pick and pluck.
You got to use a pick and pluck too. I hate
Yep.
those damn things. They fall apart.
Yep.
Tim,
Not falling apart.
Tim, with Tim, you've only got to mention something or show him something, and he buys it. Next week, Tim's going to have 3D goggles for his Mavic.
Oh no, not that thing. Not that thing.
Those things are huge. It's like having a toilet bowl
Yeah.
on your head.
It looks like you're an alien.
They do have a certain use case, however.
I've never
Which
flown
is-
with those before.
Well, what's
They're great.
the clarity on that, Ari?
Pretty good, full HD, Jim. The only thing
It
you've got
is?
to remember is when you pair them or when you turn them on, the drone will automatically default to HD to 1080.
Okay.
So what you do is you turn your drone on, you put the goggles on, turn them on, and then you immediately tilt up the goggles and go back to your remote controller and turn the camera back to 4K, and then off you go. Now, I would obviously never do this because I'm a
What are you gonna
licensed
use it for?
operator. But I know somebody really, really well who used one to fly under a bridge from 2 kilometers away.
Wow.
Give- the official line is, of course, you can't fly safely FPV. You can't judge distances and whatnot. But let me tell you, when I get out around 300 or 400 yards and I'm flying amongst trees or cables or whatnot, I get a far better idea of my positioning. I'll often have them on top of my head doing a commercial job. And if I'm getting in close to a tower or something, I'll pop them down to get my orientation. They're great.
Cody, how are you, buddy? Thanks for popping in.
Does that equate to the same thing as having the FPV camera on the front?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Tim,
All right.
you drink that much that you fall off your veranda without FPV goggles.
A lot of people bitch about them and getting dizzy.
Well, I would recommend that you stand still for sure. But I would imagine it wouldn't be any different wearing Fat Sharks or anything like that. Anything that's totally immersive and disconnects you from the actual reality around you.
Are those pretty heavy, Ari? They look like
I'm sorry,
they're
what was
heavy.
that, Al?
Are they heavy? Those
Yeah,
goggles.
fairly heavy.
No,
I would guess.
say.
They're good for your neck muscles, Al.
God damn, look at those things. You build traps. They'll come out
They're
like the
fairly
Rock.
adjustable, well padded. You've got your angle on the front, so you take some of the pressure on the front. Jesus, I'm getting in my own way here. Maybe if I turned it around that way. No, of
That's
course I
why
won't.
Ari's head is always back a little bit.
That's right. Yeah. Well, my problem is I was worried when I bought them because the biggest hat you can buy off the shelf is a 7 5/8, and I've got an 8 1/4 head.
You've got a good offer here, Ari. A case for your goggles.
Yeah, that's fair.
Past him, yeah. I know him too well. Tim will be showing us his new goggles next week. He'll have the black ones though, because they're allegedly better.
Are those still $600? Those guys?
Out here, you can pick them up now. They're discounting them a bit, but around the 500 just over mark. And I think the black ones sell for about 800 and something Australian. And there's really actually very little difference between them.
Hey, I bought something from the AU the other day, the first time and the last time, because I don't have a printer, so I bought a little mounting kit for my FPV drone to mount on this, but using my Insta360. So they had an Insta360 mount, but it was out of Australia.
Why is your camera going to crap, Al?
I don't know. I've been having issues all day.
You're a
Can you guys
beautiful
still hear
guy.
me?
You're a beautiful guy. We'd like to see you in full 1080 quality.
Is it going to the skids? Let me see.
That's what too much coffee does to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Shut up. That's a conversation stopper right there. Look at that.
Everyone agrees with me. Are you sharing something now?
I'm not sharing anything. Can you guys still hear me? Am I
Just
there? Am I still live?
Yes, you are, sir.
You are.
All right. All
You
right,
look a
man.
bit of an alien, but it's okay.
An alien, really?
Hilton
That
Head
bad?
Island.
I'm just going to show you this.
Let me turn off this. Let's see what
It's
happens.
It's only a tiny little joint, right? But it's really interesting. This is Cody Cars.
It's in North Carolina, isn't it?
Don't know.
Hilton Head Island.
Have
Cody,
a
it's North Carolina, right?
Look at that shit. What an interesting little place.
Cody
just-
does some great editing, man. I've seen
does.
his work. He does some good stuff.
He does. South Carolina. There you go. Have a look at that. Now, how interesting is the shape of that?
How much money do you have to be in that port?
Well, $2,500 for a drone. That's about it.
Yeah, well. Hey, Chris Hope joined us.
Mr. Hope.
Hello,
There's
Chris.
still hope. Keep hope alive.
Do you like the way he uses his gimbal when he's flying too, you know? A lot of people forget about the gimbal. That was in D-Log. You must have flown that in D-Log, dude. Look at that barrel distortion.
Which drone was that?
It's gotta be the Mavic. That's the Mavic 2 Pro. Is barrel distortion. It's a
Oh,
D-Log.
the full
D-Log
field
M.
of view?
It's either full field of view or D-Log, which is, you know, same sort of thing.
Yeah, because if you, I think
You
if you
can't
tighten
shoot.
up,
You can't
tighten-
shoot D-Log in HQL?
you can shoot D-Log in HQ, but you won't get that curvature. But if you shoot it in full field of view, you'll get that curvature, and you have to correct it in post. If it's D-Log M.
Yeah.
If it's non, you don't have to do it. It's already baked in there.
Baked.
We've got a nightmare coming on here. Here we go. God damn it.
Oh, jeez.
Can I ask a question before you start? Is my camera as bad as his?
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes.
never as
Really?
bad as his, Al.
Okay, because I was ready to just say
Never.
later.
There's a whole different layer of crap.
How you
Oh,
doing,
wow.
Ari?
Not bad, Adrian. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Al Diaz?
What's up? How you doing, Adrian?
Matt.
Hey,
it's
Adrian.
Matt.
Hey, Adrian. Adrian.
Yes, sir.
Look at me.
Adrian has to stop the show so you can say hello.
Look at this. This is for you, you, my friend. You find a way to reach me, I send it to you, no cost, and I'll pay shipping, brother. That's for
Hey.
your Evo
Ooh,
for an iPad.
Yeah, baby.
Accessible.
Matt. Matt,
I'm not
do me a
gonna.
favor.
I'm not gonna
Hey,
reach
Matt,
you. You
suck
reach
it,
out
Matt.
to me.
Suck it, Matt. Suck it.
What is he referring to?
Jim, shut up.
He's excited.
I'm coming in to get
Yeah.
some coffee.
Little schoolboy.
Hey, Al Diaz.
Yeah,
Do I have your email address?
you got it. Yeah, you probably don't.
Okay.
Yeah, just reach me. You can reach me. You
How
can
the hell
find
am
it.
I going to reach if I don't have your email address?
If you want it, brother, you'll find a way.
Well, yeah, you got a point.
It's here for
Anyway,
you, though.
I appreciate you, man. Is that the one that screws into the remote?
It is the one. I don't like using it. I switched to the Crystal Sky.
Okay,
So,
sweet.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a nice thing for the community, man, because everybody does nice things in this community. So I'm going to pay it forward.
Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and go into the chat and put my.
Here, look at my private thing. I'll leave my phone number, and then you could text me, and then I'll send you.
On the private chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and put it there, and I'll text you right now, Matt. Suck it, Matt.
Adrian, is there any truth to the rumor that you currently own 30 drones?
No, I don't own 30 drones. I only have 10, Ari.
Only has 10.
Only.
I had 11 once, but I slimmed down. I'm down to 8 now, I think.
I only have 10, Ari. That's it.
I just sold my Zoom, my Mavic 2 Zoom,
He's got 10. And
about
he
a
does,
week ago. Got
You
rid of
sold it?
Yeah, I haven't been flying it. It was just sitting there, man. So, and I
Yeah,
I put money in a new drone. I need a turnover.
which one do you know how to fly the best, Adrian?
I love all my drones. I don't really have any favorites.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I'm actually editing a video that I made. Al, I'm sorry, but your camera do look shitty, buddy. Normally your camera is pretty
Does it?
nice and clear.
Really? Well, it must
Yeah.
be my.
Must be his internet.
Uh,
Cody, you're obviously married to the wrong woman. I have currently 17 guitars and a banjo and 2 ukuleles and 8 or 9 drones in the house, and my wife buys me more for my birthday.
She does. See this? What are you chewing, Adrian?
You got it, Aldias?
I did get it.
Okay, cool.
Damn it.
Shut up, Matt. You hater. You a hater.
Yeah, that's.
Tell Mike Kenny I sold it for $1,000. But I paid for shipping, so when it's all said and done, it came out to $950. Around there.
I think that my Zoom would probably be the second last drone I would sell. You know, and if I had to keep one, it'd be the Phantom 4. But I like my Zoom. Hey, Ron.
How you doing,
Hey,
Ron?
what's up, Ron? What's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing? What happened to Jim? Where'd he go?
Are you going to get a coffee, mate?
His neighbour came over and let's not even say that as a joke.
Yeah,
That guy looked a bit unbalanced to me. I reckon that next year, you know, we should have a fly-in at Jim's place, and about 70 of us should all fly our drones over the neighbour's house.
Speaking of fly-ins, what happened to Nacho Rolling? Because he went to Jim's house once and had a bit of a fly around. Now, it was a couple of months ago that he mentioned in the chat here that he got COVID. And has since recovered and what have you. But I haven't seen him for freaking ages, man.
He was in a stream last week.
Week or
Sorry?
two ago with what's his name? He does his show the same night as Jim.
He was in the chat last week, and as I only go to your stream or Rodney Bell's, it's one of those, Matt. He's around, but you know his work life, as you know, unless things have changed, he goes from hospital to hospital all over the United States. He's a sort of a traveling troubleshooter, so I guess he's not always able.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, because I hadn't seen him for a long time, you know. And I was only thinking about him the other day for some reason. I think, what happened to him? And another one too, Whizbang, up in Michigan. I haven't heard from Whizbang for a while either.
And the other one, the Da Vinci Master, what was his name?
Cardoso.
From Canada.
Cardoso. Kenny, I think.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he went on a camping trip. He has commented a couple of my videos, but he hasn't put anything out. And I think he said he was heading back not too far away, actually. So he'll be back in the land of the living. But his camper, I think, took him away, and off he went and disappeared into the. And why wouldn't you? I mean, Ron's about to head off into no man's land, and
come here. We need to go to Utah. Oh, dude. Oh, you're gonna be angry when you see the footage I got today.
Really?
Dude.
Hey, Aldias, I just sent it.
We got to go to Utah.
All right, brother.
I'll have to. I'm looking forward to seeing your footage from when you get back from Alaska, mate.
Oh,
You're taking the drone up too, aren't you?
My camera bag weighs more than my suitcase bag.
Are you already in Alaska, Ron?
No, I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay. When did you leave for over there?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did the COVID-19 test came out? Negative? Everything good?
Times two. Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Bob.
Ron down there at Salt Lake City with his 3 wives, and
All the Mormons.
3 wives and 2 girlfriends.
that's right.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
And he got the unlimited porn on his phone because he got unlimited data.
Yeah. You like that picture I sent you the other night there, Adrian?
Yes, I did, Jokero Taco Bell. I enjoyed it.
Topless Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Al,
Those
you
were those things were looking good.
She started to fall apart a little bit below that. Can you add yourself, Jim, or you should be able to? Hang on.
Yeah, what happened to Jim? He was making fun of me. He dropped out. Must be something with YouTube or something.
Topless Tuesday.
I obviously go to the wrong places, Ron.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Ari, you got to get with the game, buddy.
Is that a blonde wig you've got, Ron?
What's that?
Was it a blonde wig you had on there?
Yes.
He didn't catch that.
Yeah, buddy.
Look a little bit like.
Looks a bit burly there, Ron.
Wait,
She looked like she about my size. You sure she didn't play defensive end for the Chicago Bears or something?
no. Healthy. No, she was healthy.
Yeah.
Can you pump your mic a little bit, Ron, by any chance?
No, I forgot my
Sorry?
my
What?
The best thing to do is keep turning your head away from where the microphone is.
That's
Well,
because they're not
it's
direct.
easy. It's easy to tell how interested I am, Jim. Because as you know, I'm actually profoundly deaf. This ear is totally deaf. This ear's got some hearing. So if I turn my head that way, I'm trying to hear you. If I turn my head that way, I don't want to know.
I can't remember how this lights up. It's got the flying fickle finger of fate. Oh, that's how. Oh, it works.
There you go.
Look at that. The son of a bitch still works.
Oh my God, that's one of those freaking afterburners, isn't it?
You know how old this is? This is old as the hills, man.
Still works. I'll be bugging.
Son of a bitch. It's a good thing we have Adrian's ice to get us by.
And the chewing.
Don't know what we'd do without it.
I know. Gotta love the chewing too. That's fantastic.
This is for you, Adrian.
Thank you.
It's a lighter.
I love you too, Jim. I love you, Jim. Thank you.
It's got
You look a little
movie
tight
on
there,
it.
Adrian.
Huh? What was that, Aldias?
You look a little tight in the shoulders.
What?
Man, I'm tired as hell, man. I'm sleepy, tired.
I don't think he heard me.
Breath. He wasn't turning his ears to you, mate. He was turning his nostrils.
See, I'm about to do like Ari. Hold on. He can't hear from this one because he don't want to know. This one just a little bit. I don't want to know what you just said. So, whatever.
That's it.
But he's still insisting.
Terrible when the two of you talking.
Still insisting putting two earbuds in for some reason. Where the hell are you, Adrian?
None of your business.
He's on the
Damn
toilet, it looks like.
Good to
Is
see
that,
you.
is that a whip on the wall?
I'm in my house. This is my bedroom.
Oh, the gun safe.
Yep.
Is that a whip or a gimp mask I see there?
Nah, that's one of my that's one of my daughter's karate belt that she got. She graduated to another one. She's a champ.
Oh, yellow belt. Right, okay.
Yellow. He's just gone to blue. What he got in that?
Wait.
Depends on who Joe.
Yellow, purple, brown, black.
She actually graduated. She graduated to yellow with green stripe and some other color.
Traditional only has three, as Ron pointed out: white, brown, and black. That's it. But you don't see that much around in the West.
No, they do it for the kids so they can see progress.
Adrian's got a pink belt. Stingray, how are you?
Hey,
How you
Dennis.
doing, Stingray Ariel?
I did it for years, Jim, but I used to get hurt more at training than I did in fights, so I gave it up.
I never did
Matt,
it.
Did
I don't think.
Jim tell you I was 20 minutes from Centerville, Utah today?
20 minutes from where?
Centerville, Utah.
What did you say? Centerville?
I think it's
Yep.
Centerville? Central.
Yep.
Okay.
Centerville.
Centerville.
That's the home of Rocky Mountain Unmanned Systems. I was going to stop in and say hi today.
Did you do it
No.
with your body cam?
Yeah, I should have stopped in there and hey, look at that RTK 210. That looks just like Jim's. Imagine that. No, I didn't.
So Jim, is that going to be your new host on Tech Tuesday? One of your hosts?
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves us.
Yeah.
He seemed like he was having a good time after a while. Stayed on for a bit.
But see,
And I was looking from the outside.
The thing is that Jim made him feel welcome. That's why he stayed longer. We didn't give a fuck about him.
Adrian, you were the one who said you appreciated him.
Yep.
The smooching.
But I appreciate it for him to come in and talk. I mean, it took a lot of balls to be in there. I mean, shit. If Jim was being nice, who the fuck am I to be a dick? I wanted to be a dick, but Jim was actually Jim was being nice to him.
I actually left. That's the reason why I left.
Ari's combing the hair and turning his head.
Yeah, Ari's going to put his hair up.
It was a shocker.
You got to do your hair before the show.
Here we have the opposite ends of the hair spectrum.
Mm-hmm. The hair fell up. 480 figure.
And my hair used to be wavy, and now it's waving goodbye.
Hey, Al, I'm curious. Why your camera looks so shitty tonight?
Reporting live.
Yeah.
That was
Who are you talking? Who, me?
Al Diaz, why your camera looks so shitty tonight?
I don't know, man. I have a shitty connection. I'm sorry. This is what your camera looks like. Now you know how it feels.
But see, tonight mine don't look like that. Mine look good today because I'm using my iPad.
Yours looks just as shitty as supposedly mine does.
No,
what I see in the screen, it looks good, but I guess it's not. I'll drop out.
Stop, Al.
No, but seriously, I don't want to.
He's playing.
I just look like Adrian's. Why do I want to stay on the screen?
Al, we'd listen to you than look at certain other people. Stay there.
There's some subliminal shit going on here. You guys got little texting each other, telling jokes behind the screen.
Damn.
I get that feeling, man. I get that feeling.
Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim, listen. Hey, I like what you said about Al Diaz just now. I like that. Let me reply back. Hold on.
Adrian, you want this? Now it's going to cost you $50.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do want it. Thank you.
$50
I love you.
Shipping.
I love you. I love you.
Enough of that.
Dear me.
I wouldn't talk about you, Al.
I know how you guys are.
Hey, Al, have you?
Yeah.
I noticed today that they changed YouTube Studio so that every time you go on now, you get a new key.
You were talking about that earlier, but I don't do live streaming. That's something like Adrian and Ari would be into.
Yeah, but if you wanted to do that to one of your customers, you would still be changing the key every time now. Used to be you could just leave the key.
Oh. No, I've never actually had that opportunity.
You've all seen my last live stream then, guys, because I don't have 1,000 subs and I'm not going to go changing the keys in my Go4 app every time I fly.
Oh, what a pain in the ass if you really have to do that.
I can't believe that. Where did you hear that, Jim?
From them. I'll show you mine.
They can chock it. You know something, Jim? They can chock it. There are alternatives to YouTube. I think it's time I look some of them up. You know, their answer to people using live streaming to promote violent activities is to restrict everybody who doesn't, whereas the correct answer is to increase their moderator presence.
Oh, my God. They would have to spend money if they actually moderated.
Yeah. Look, put your fingers in your ears, guys, because I'm about to use some language. I'm not, but what a load of tossers. Seriously.
Yeah.
Unlike the live stream where we use this channel to promote Who's Your Daddies on from Sturgis.
That was, you know what, Al, it didn't work, mate. It did not work. I tagged and I changed the title, and I got no views.
Really?
No. I got 210 on the last one when I was talking to Peter Carroll. Now that just goes to show the enormity of and the power of drawing people in of Peter Carroll.
You didn't title it though. I seen it. It was a Saturday morning talk or something. Your typical title. I didn't see it say Sturgis. Live
Yeah.
Sturgis.
You know, something was messed up on that. There was a lot of people who said they couldn't like view a lot of stuff, and like even the very beginning on YouTube. When I go on YouTube and go from the very beginning of your show, it was right when I arrived at Sturgis, where I remember talking to you before I left the house, and that part is not there.
Just let me mute that, because
Is Adrian's mouth bothering you?
Adrian's chewing is doing my head in.
Yeah, that's rude.
He'll
You
have
guys
to
don't,
pass out
yeah,
those
man.
guns.
You
He
know,
doesn't do that on his live stream.
that'll be $100.
Actually, I do.
Do you? I watch a replay, man, when I can't catch you live, and I don't hear none of that nonsense. I hear other people doing it.
It's you're right, Ron. It for some reason all the live
Yeah.
for some reason everyone's everyone's live stream's been a bit stuffed lately, and it even takes like maybe 3 or 4 days before the bloody live chat even shows up.
Yeah.
It used to be like maybe by the end of the day that everything would be in line, but I couldn't even timestamp it from when, because you're right. I'd go along the line and I'd look where you come on and I'd click it, and when I clicked on it, it was something totally bloody different.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering too if YouTube didn't like the content.
Man, if you would have took a shot of the bar, even though the image was not the greatest, and you would have put that title on it, Live from Sturgis, you would have probably got 2 million hits and 2 million dislikes. Because it was on and off of Sturgis. It was, you know what I mean? We're all like waiting for Ron to get back on. Well, when he got on, it was great.
Yeah. Well,
YouTube has been messed up, and I haven't heard anybody else saying anything about it or complaining. But it has been messed up.
It has been, and I noticed that about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, when Rodney did his live, and it generally doesn't show up on your channel straight after anyway. It just, you know, consolidates everything and what have you. But by the end of the day, everything's there. It just hasn't been doing that lately, and you're right. I was clicking on my live show because I checked it nearly every day for about 3 days, and it was starting at the same point every day, right at the beginning, and it missed the whole hour of the bloody show. It had 2 hours to go when that show went for 3, and it took frickin' forever for that hour to get there.
I'm just quite sitting here on
what does Dre mean by YouTube is throttling the feeds? You guys know what that means?
Bandwidth down?
They started that when COVID became big. You know, they dropped the resolution available on feeds to reduce the load on networks. As a matter of fact, the Australian government, amongst others, requested it. I don't know whether it's been bumped up since.
Well, something's still shitty because it takes freaking forever for this crud to get up. Which kind of shits me because it's been a whole bloody week. And I've been trying to timestamp this thing.
Bob says that even the chat takes a couple of days to get with the live.
Well, that's what I just said. That's how much you listen to me.
That's why he says Matt is right. I just didn't add the Matt is right on there, you son of a...
Cody, they do use COVID as an excuse, but in Australia's case, it's fair enough. You know, every one of us, like the transatlantic cable that gives us a lot of our internet consists of 6 pieces of wet string. So if everyone's staying home and on the internet, they do need us to throttle back a bit.
I tried to upload a 360 video the other day, just me on a motorcycle ride with another buddy of mine that went with me. And it was processing for a day. It didn't even, nothing happened. So I deleted it and tried to upload again, and it's still processing. I just gave up. I just deleted it. So it's a little bit weird things going on, I guess.
Hey, question on the that thing. Have you tested it yourself? How does it feel on the remote?
It makes the remote feel better, but I just don't like flying with an iPad because the screen just looks so dim.
Peter Carroll, Victorians keep the Queenslanders out of Victoria.
You'll like it, Adrian. It balances the controller, makes it feel a lot better.
Yeah,
you don't have a lanyard connector on that controller.
What brand of holder was that, Al?
That's the Evo 2. I think it fits on a regular Evo mount as well.
Who's it made by?
Liftor. Yeah, it's the version 1. It's great. It doesn't fit in my rugged bundle. You got to take it all apart and then put it all back together. It's just I
use it when I'm flying. If I'm going to be flying for a long period of time, I use it. You know, with a good lanyard. I actually use the full 4-point DJI harness. But if I'm going out in a job, especially with the Phantom, you know, the bigger controller, and I'm going to be flying for 5 hours, nothing beats it. But it was really a pain in the butt to get together because I'd have to take it apart and put it in my carry case. Yeah.
Hey, the Evo 2 failed me on a shoot. I actually had a pretty decent job bid. I had a job. And I saw NDA, but I don't even care. They're not going to find out through this. It was for a magazine for a cattle ranch, and they were talking to this person, and they wanted shots of the farm and them in an ATV buggy going up to their cattle. So I started off with the Evo 2 Pro, and I had camera drift because of the new firmware. I uploaded. Yeah,
that's what I heard too. I heard that too.
I had camera drift and constant disconnection on my feed. So dude, here's why I got lucky. I brought the Mavic 2 Pro, and I charged all the batteries I had, and sure enough, the Mavic 2 did the job with these. So it's like,
you know what I mean? Honestly, Al, I don't think when it hits the shelves, I don't think I'm going to be a starter for the Mavic 3. I don't want ADS-B integrated with my aircraft. I want a separate receiver on my belt. And maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not sure, you know, the migration to the Fly app and the ever-increasing controls that DJI have over your flying in your aircraft. I don't think I'm going up for the Mavic 3, and I was thinking of the Evo 2.
It's a different flying bird. It's hard to, I don't know. Adrian, have you flown your bird yet? Has he flown his bird, his drone, his new drone?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, when you get around to it.
The $4,000 they asked for one here.
Ron, we cannot hear you.
No audio.
Ron, we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, that too, Ron. Yep. And I'm profoundly deaf. I read lips. Shall I tell everyone what Ron just said? Do you need to be told?
Is Jim out? Is Jim out too? No.
That's right, Bob. That's right, Bob. I chucked Cody's channel up a few weeks ago, although we didn't give it the justice that it actually deserved. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, check it out, mate. It's very, very good. Well put together videos.
Well, I'm not going to check it out now because Bob told me to check it out. I got to be told to check it out?
Oh, shit. Oh, dear.
What's up with that crap?
That's
Shut up, Jim. Cállate la boca.
¿Dónde está Casa de Pepe?
I don't know. He left. He went somewhere.
Vive la France.
But hey, Al, I did hear a lot of noise about the Autel Evo having issue with the new update.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing about the Autel Evo, you can't downgrade firmware.
And another thing,
Not officially, Al. Do a bit of a website.
Well,
I've heard
right.
there's ways to hack it and stuff like that, but I want to stay on warranty. I just bought it. You know what I mean?
Can you keep the versions that you download? Do you download the versions and load them on?
I think you could do that like the old school way back in your Inspires. Inspires where you put the bin file in your micro SD card. You could do that, but me not knowing, I did it over the internet. So I screwed myself. So until they come out with a new update.
And another thing, Aldi, they were saying that the new update also messes with your hovering. Like when you're hovering, it's not going to hover in place. It's going to be everywhere.
When you're in obstacle avoidance, it does that. I noticed when you're not have the obstacle avoidance on, it's still the hover's still pretty decent. It's just the camera drifting a bit. It reminds me of the Phantom 4 Pro I have the Phantom 4 Pro, but back in the day when I brought my first one, I was having issues with it.
Can I ask you something? That 6K, is that 4K in 60 frames?
What was that again?
The 6K you've got, right? You can obviously record in 4K.
You can do 4K 60. It crops in when you do 4K 60. It crops the field of view in. Don't ask me why.
Is it equal to the Mavic 2 Pro?
The field of view is 29. Was it 29? Was it millimeters? Am I right? 29
degrees.
Do you know that? It's got to be more than 29 degrees.
Yeah.
It'd have
They
to be.
start off
more
at
than
like
that.
75.
Wow, it's more than that. It's more than that.
Going to be hoping it'd be around about the 80 odd. Anything much more than that, and you start to get.
I think it's like 80, 85, something like that.
Well, that's obviously.
That's a lot.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's comparable to the Mavic. What is the field of view of the Mavic?
I mean, the camera's great. Don't get me wrong. The camera's great on that bird. It's just the flight characteristics and how it flies. I think I've been flying DJI drones for so long that when you go to an Autel drone, you can't expect it to fly like a DJI. And that's kind of probably what I did. So I'm learning.
A bird, Al.
Oh, you know what's crazy, Ari? The interface on the app, it's like you got to press this to get into this to get into that. While DJI's app, it's like right there. You can access a lot easier.
I wonder if there's anything like Lychee, any third-party controller apps that support the Evo 2.
Right now, I don't think there's anything. If it was Lychee, I'd jump over quick. But right now I'm learning the interface.
I'm thinking of doing away with GoFold. The only reason I don't use Lychee all the time is because it can't live stream. But as YouTube have just thoughtfully taken care of that little endeavor for me, I might as well go over to Lychee.
Adrian, when are you going to fly your Evo 2?
Tomorrow and Sunday. I'm going somewhere Sunday to some kind of beach in Crystal River.
Hey, Matt, are you feeling ripped off like I am?
What was that, Ari?
Well, the weather forecast, you're talking about flying tomorrow, Adrian. I'd like to. I don't know. The weather might not be good. But, the forecast for today was that it was going to be raining and storms all day. So usually on a Friday night, I put my drones on charge. I thought, won't be able to fly today. I guess I'll have to slum it with Matt North in the crowd, And I woke up to blue skies.
Yeah, it's a bit overcast. Not much wind, a little bit, but bugger all.
The Mavic 2 Pro has 77 degrees field of view.
77, there you go.
The zoom has about 83 to 48 when it's zoomed in. It goes from 83 to 48.
Hi, Steve. Good to see you, mate.
And then the ones I use are only 72 degrees.
Adrian doesn't buy them to fly them. He just wants to own them.
Huh?
I got told to put away my 3D goggles when Adrian arrived because apparently he buys everything.
Yeah. Oh shit! I want one of those. Ari.
They had their use case. You wouldn't use them all the time, but especially when you're flying in a busy environment, under bridges, which Matt will tell you never to do. They're very handy.
Aldia, do you use one of those when you're doing a job?
What is it again? I'm sorry. I was looking at the
the-
Evo 2 field of
Those DJI goggles.
No, I don't use those. No. I only use that when I'm flying the FPV, the Commander V1s I use. But I don't use those while using it. You can't. You got to keep your eye on the drone all the time.
Aldia, how much batteries do you have for your Alta Evo?
I have 3 batteries. I bought the rugged bundle. Yeah.
Okay. So is the rugged bundle considered the Flymore combo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd be crazy. Oh, hang on. Before I say this, you didn't buy the rugged bundle. All right. I won't say you'd be crazy, but I think it's the best value to always buy the extended bundles. I always buy the Flymore with all my DJI products.
It makes sense. Eventually, you're going to need more batteries or a charger.
Yep.
And even a case.
They price it nice enough so that I think it was only $300 more if you got the Flymore kit when I bought it.
How you doing, Chris Hope?
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Yeah,
Chris.
Adrian definitely needs the Flymore combo. The amount of flying he does. Always good to have those extra batteries.
What did you come up with, Al, for the field of view?
I'm still looking online. You think I would know this off the bat? I feel like a douchebag.
That's what stopped me from buying other drones in the first place, was the field of view. I was never happy with it. And the only field of view that I liked was the DJI.
I'm going to say it's probably equal to almost to the Mavic 2 high quality. What's it called? The HQ?
Yeah.
It's tight. It's a little tighter.
Man, I had the.
There's no info on it. Son of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see anything on their website.
Huh.
Matt, I had to put the 16 on today. It was so bright out there. Oh. Yeah.
What time of the day did you use the ND16?
About 10 o'clock in the morning.
Man, this is the thing, right? There's a rule of thumb, I guess, to a point. But when it comes to ND filters, there's no hard rule. Like if it requires a stronger filter, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. If it requires a stronger filter, you've got to use it. A lot of people don't fly. I'm not saying this about you, Ron, but a lot of people don't fly to their correct shutter speeds and apertures and all sorts of stuff. They couldn't be bothered bringing the drone down anyway, or whether they're even aware.
No, you're right. Whether they're aware, they forget the triangle.
Yeah. They just forget all about it and they just fly around and think, oh yeah, this is good. When in fact, it just ain't set right. And this is why I've said in the past, I've changed my filters over 10 times on that flight out of the lake with all the fog. I was down changing filters, up again.
80 degrees field of view, guys. Sorry about that. Evo 2. Thomas found it.
80, there you go. See, that's good. That's all right.
On your phone.
The video of mine you watched earlier was the first time I've ever used an ND32.
Wow. That's a lot.
Hey, out here in the afternoon, ND32. If you're at the beach, that's what you got to put on, or it'll be blown out the skies.
I can't see the.
Is that a moose?
That's a moose. Guy was carrying a moose in the back.
Look at that thing.
Going down the interstate.
Matt only films during the golden hour, so he doesn't know anything about afternoon filming. He doesn't want no part of that shit.
I just use 16s.
I don't need light for my footage.
Cody, I can't see the filter having any noticeable addition to the barrel effect. That's just the software shutter. That's it.
The filters don't, mate. And because you're filming in D-Log.
It's because he's filming in D-Log M.
Yep.
Exactly.
What you'll find, Cody, is that... oh, for fuck's sake. If you...
Are you comfortable, Adrian?
No, I'm tired as hell, man. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. I'm just tired. I'm working a lot, man. That's all it was. Jim, shut your face.
You missed
Like I was
my
saying,
garbage the other day, 7 a.m. The truck drove right by without picking it up. What's up with that?
Good, because you stink. Anyway, going back to you, Ron. Like I was saying, I'm tired. That's all it
My
is. But I'm not
garbage
bored.
stink, man.
But I'm not bored. I love being in my show live stream. He's my buddy.
My garbage
love
is
him.
romantic garbage.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever, Ron, whatever,
Has
Jimbo.
that beautiful smell to it.
It's got
Whatever,
that
Jimbo. Like I was saying, Ron,
Bromance.
bedroom.
Bromance.
My plastic bags are scented. Scented.
Jim, I really don't care.
I think you do.
So can I go back? Can I go back to my boy Ron, please? Thank you very much. Gracias, come again. Ron, how was your day, sir?
That's exactly
My
what
day
I
was good, buddy. I filmed all day and flew my drone and drove all day and been on the road for 12 hours today.
Okay, Ron, that's enough. Ari, how was your day?
Oh, well, it's barely started yet. It's only midday. I've only been out of bed for a couple of hours.
Righto.
Okay. Aldia, I believe that you're having a shitty day because your camera looks pretty crappy, by the way. I still love you, though.
This is probably how I looked at work all day during meetings.
I'm actually going to finish talking to Cody for now.
Man.
Yeah, you know what? Adrian does that. He shifts everything to him.
Yep.
What a monk. What a monk.
I'm a monk.
Adrian, 150.
Come on,
You just
Aldia, you're killing me. You're really, really killing me.
Keep talking. Price goes up.
God damn, first you said $15, then 50, now 150. Dude, you're killing me. You fucking killing me.
Wow, what a mouth. Those kids must be in bed.
No, my kids are not here. Cállate la boca, Jim.
¿Dónde está Casa de Pepe?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yes, Rolinda.
Oh, God almighty.
No problem,
Oh,
Rolinda.
Quiet. He's
shit.
on with Sweet Rolinda.
Yeah. No, you can call me later when Adrian goes to bed. We'll talk about it. All right, thanks.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Hey,
Oh,
nobody. What's up, man?
I'm not talking to you right now, Chris.
I had to come in and ride herd on you, buddy. I don't want you to tear up my other partners.
Hey, man, let me go ahead and go get my hat real quick.
Well, go
We
get
need
it.
to be buddies.
Go
Yeah,
get
Hold
it.
on.
cowboy up.
Give me a minute.
Cowboy up.
You were the
Jim.
motivator, Chris. You got him off the bed.
Well,
It was my recliner, by the way, not the bed, my recliner.
after that phone call with Rolinda, he'll still be on the bed.
Yeah.
You won't have to worry about it, Al. How you doing, bud? Ari, Ron,
Good,
Jim?
How you doing?
Good, buddy.
How are you?
Doing all right. It's just hot.
It's hot here too. It hasn't been a heat wave here in a while.
I
Like an
got,
ice
the fan,
cube here.
I got the fan blowing up my skirt.
Hey,
Hi there,
Blowing up
Brian
my
Neal.
skirt.
Yeah.
Now, Matt, you can jump on back in here and finish your conversation, and then when you feel the need, just put me in. I'll take care of Adrian.
Oh, shit, I just hit my fucking toe.
No,
Ow!
no cussing tonight.
No, that's clean show we got going here.
Oh, God, my big toe.
The only
It
one that
hurts.
gets cussed at is Jim. All he got to do is step out
I
on
know,
the
right?
driveway.
Jim, donde está la casa de Jackass?
Still feels like 91 right now.
you
That's 'cause
suck. It's hotter than that here.
It's still 91 here.
It's
So,
only
Chris-
Hey, Jody.
80% humidity. You got a very low humidity level today. Oh, I love this camera.
We all know what the weather forecast is today. Cloudy with a chance of profanities. Oh, hi, Adrian.
And what's up with that? He tells you not to curse on his show.
Oh, poor Steve. It got to 92. Well, I'm so sorry, buddy. I really hate that.
Must be rough.
It's 104 here today.
What's that
That
feel
doesn't-
like?
It doesn't get like that very often here. It's a dry 104, not that humid 104 you guys.
Hey,
I used to
get
get
that
that
shit.
shit.
Ugh.
Al, we used to get told that shit in Arizona when it was Yuma, Arizona. Was 120 degrees. You could fry an egg on an aircraft, and people would say, "Yeah, but it's a dry heat."
It's
Take the dry
bearable.
heat right there.
It's so much more bearable than humidity. I'll take dry heat over that humidity any day.
it sounds good, Al. Dry heat, it sounds good.
Adrian, I'm kind of glad you got your hat on there. That's out of respect, dude. You got to just put that on every show.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
It looks good. The lighting is perfect there.
Can't see his face though.
I haven't seen
Thank you,
Adrian look
Jim.
so good. Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
don't know.
Jim.
I saw that, Al. I saw that.
It's probably not a
What did I
bad
do?
thing,
You know what you did.
I was thinking in my head.
Close up, Tim. You can't hear Ron, and that's good. That's what he said.
It's
So
fine.
Ron, is Ron Utah to Alaska? Is that what you're doing? Utah to Alaska?
Yeah, Seattle in the morning. Well, Salt Lake to Seattle, Seattle to Wrangell, Juneau, and then Petersburg.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
Did
still
you
pretty-
notice he went 5 hours south to go north?
Wow. Is that for a
Yep.
cheaper flight, or is that just part of the plan? Cheaper flight?
Yes and yes. Cheaper. The flights out of Rapid City, South Dakota, are they're astronomical. They're terrible. So what I did was I drove to Salt Lake, and my one buddy that lives about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of here, he and I will come back on the same flight, and then I'll actually, when we get back, we'll go to his house that day. I'll stay overnight. He'll put all my fish in his neighbor's freezer, and then I'll head back the next day. So yeah, it's kind of strategically planned a little bit.
What are you going to fish out? Are you fishing, right? You're
Yeah.
going fishing trip?
Yep.
Salmon?
Salmon, halibut, rockfish, and whatever else.
Sweet.
Is.
Did you see the size of the halibut he got last year, Al?
No.
It's freaking huge.
It's like a 90-pounder.
About the size of Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King Island.
So Ron, what do you do when you catch it? I mean, obviously you want to take it home, but you're on a plane. Are you someone shipping it to you, or?
No, I'll tell you what, they actually do a really phenomenal job. Every night when we come back to the dock, the kids on the dock, they take all of our fish, they instantly fillet it, and
That's sweet.
Wow.
they actually have a separate building on the lodge that's the I guess the cleaning and freezing, and they have about 4 or 5 generators running, and that stuff is rock hard.
That would
And
keep
they-
me up
they
at
put
night.
These coolers they give you. And
You don't get it.
What's that, Jim?
Al said those generators would keep him up at night.
Oh, they don't mean that. I sleep like a rock. But
I tried to tell him.
the nice thing is Alaskan Airlines, if on your return flight home, if your fish is outside of it's not being chilled or cold longer than 8 hours, they will automatically put it in freezers in the airports. And by the time I get back to Salt Lake, that stuff will still be rock hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And the boxes they
Rock
give us
hard. That's what she said.
Yeah. That's
She
the
did.
outfitter.
She did.
Yeah, they're good insulated boxes, and they keep the fish really cold. Yeah.
Cool.
So like, it's like you do nothing. All you do is sit there and throw a little line out, catch the fish. Everybody does everything for you.
Have you seen
Oh,
how he
cool.
walks, Jim? His hip hurt because he's reaching to get his billfold out.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, Ron, if you
actually-
don't mind me, how much do you pay for the trip? If you don't mind me asking, is it pretty expensive? 2 G's?
It was 27.
Okay.
But
Right.
that includes a week of fishing, all your meals, your lodging.
That's cool.
Money
So-
well spent.
The
fuel.
mix that are out there cleaning your fish.
Oh,
No, actually, it's the little Mormon guys, little
Oh.
Mormon kids. But yeah, I mean, it's non-guided, so you got to know how to run a boat. B, you got to know how to navigate with the GPS, You got to know how to use the fish finder, depth finder. You got to know where the fish are running. And it's, yeah. The only problem we had last year was we were about 2 miles out from the lodge, and our GPS died.
Oh.
And the fog was so thick you couldn't see more than 15, 20 feet in front of you. All the commercial fishing boats were out there, and they hate the non-guided fishing boats because that's taken away from them, and they'll run you over. They'll do it on purpose. So there we are. We're in thick fog, and we have no idea where we're at. GPS was down for about a half hour. It was a little scary. You got whales jumping up and down beside you, causing breaks and tipping your boat around, and it can get a little. Like I said, you got to pay attention and know what you're doing out there.
That'd be a pucker factor of 10.
Yeah.
Well, they actually, I asked the outfitter the one day if they ever had a problem, and he said, "Funny you asked that." He said, "I was pulling out of the cove last week." He goes, "I was turning right to go to Petersburg. I looked to my left first." He goes, "I looked over and I saw my neighbor sitting on top of his boat with his dog. A whale came through and breached, and the wake flipped his boat. And he has the same size boat that we do." So,
wow.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we've had two women in the last month crushed between whales here, swimming with the whales. Both of them survived. Got two near mama and calves. Just excuse me jumping on, but before I forget, I want to answer a question from Tim, and I'm not typing this. Be very careful with those bait release mechanisms, Tim. The majority of them are a friction release. You do up a little nut, and it determines when the fishing line pulls through. It's so critical, and it can change. And there's no end of videos on YouTube of guys flying out 300 yards and coming to the end of their line and then pulling tight, and the drone ends up in the water. The only ones I would own are the ones that have a electromechanical release that hooks underneath one of your lights, your LEDs. You turn them on and it drops it. Sorry, Ron.
Oh, that's all right.
Hey, all right. I made a video about fishing on my
drone
channel.
fishing.
Yes, it works great.
Yep.
3,000 foot.
The friction ones work great until they don't.
No, this ain't got. This is friction, but it's a downrigger clip.
Yep.
And when it gets enough tension, it pulls out. No knot, no nothing. You don't have to worry about it. It's great.
So it's getting tension just from the line?
Yeah, it's got enough grip on it. You can carry it, you can fly it out, but when it gets taut, it's coming out of the downrigger clip.
Yeah. Chris, you would like the spear system we use up there. It's a spear, and it's got it's almost like a big pen system where it's got a cap on the end of it, and when you spear the fish, that cap falls off when it gets through the other side of them. The cap is probably, 3 or 4 inches long, and you figure you only put about an inch hole in the fish, and that cap is actually connected by a rope. I remember that 90-pounder last time, man. I'll tell you what, that you tie the rope on, you rope it off, man. He was pulling the boat all over the place.
Chris, how heavy was your line you were using? I'm sorry.
20-pound test.
20-pound test? No, that you hooked up to your drone. And was it connected to your fishing reel?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I
had some friends ask me. I've been fishing and stuff like that, but just off the shore, and they asked me if I could do that.
I had about a 20-inch steel leader with 2 hooks on it.
Yeah.
And a big weight to fish with to set it in the ocean.
Yep.
Fly it out, and when I get it out there so far, I flip the bail on my reel. It pulls that downrigger clip taut, and it drops. And in the water it goes. That's
sweet.
You don't have to wait out there in deadgum waves.
How much did that setup cost you? Probably pretty penny, huh?
$20.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, it's cheap. Ari, I've seen the one you're talking about. There's a dude off the California coast flying.
Yep.
And his drone went.
Sorry, go ahead.
Straight in the water, man.
Yeah, I've seen a few people put them in the water. The electronic ones have a friction release as well, at least the good ones.
Yeah.
The ones that I'm looking at. They
Friction
have a
release. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I take it Jim doesn't like fishing,
I don't know. I'm
even
thrilled.
if there's drones involved.
That's all right. We've listened to enough of y'all stuff. Y'all can listen to us for a minute.
Fishing is standing there waiting for something to happen. It's like watching golf on TV. What the fuck are you doing?
No, you got to get a bait caster and fish for bass. It's all about the technique fishing for bass.
This is a Saturday morning catch-up.
The ones with the electronic release, you can use them for things like dropping toilet paper and COVID. I used to. Somebody I knew used to drop hot food and drinks to the homeless people with this Inspire.
Really?
Yeah, don't know who'd do that.
That's a great buffering there, man.
Apparently he's got all of this bushland behind his house where the homeless people camp.
Good on that person. Good on that person. Thank you, Ari.
Well, he wasn't game to walk down there and give it to him because he was frightened to get mugged.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Although one time he flew down there and there was a big sign on the ground that said "Send beer."
Where'd Adrian go?
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be buffering.
Yo, Adrian.
What's with all that buffering?
Hey, Mike Kinney. Yes, sir. That would be fun. I've only done it out the ocean, but I'd like to do it inland fishing
Get it
too.
right, Jim. It's buffeting. Just ask Philly Mike. It's buffeting.
You know, the only time I did fishing was back on Long Island. In the Long Island Sound, you could catch blues and mackerels like it was the right thing to do.
All right,
You just can't eat them anymore because it's so polluted.
let's get back to fishing. What kind of bait we using, Ron?
For the salmon, I'm setting up a thing called a pink lady.
Pink lady.
And a flasher, and then I use herring on the end. And then for the halibut, I'm using usually squid. I usually give a squid for the halibut.
Y'all buy your bait? I'm sure you buy it there, don't you? Your baits are local. You buy it.
They supply it.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's not a bad price for the whole trip.
Yeah, I said if you break or lose anything, that costs you. But as long as you bring everything back, then you're good. But
cool.
Yeah, for the halibut, we use it's about a 3 or 4 pound weight and a hook. I actually bought my own jigs, and I actually set them up about 6 weeks ago. And then we'll use a squid on the end of the hook. But basically, all you do is when you get what they call slack tide, where the tide's not coming in or out. Basically, you want to keep that line straight up and down, and yeah. And when those big boys grab a hold of it, you know it in 300-400 feet of water.
Awesome, sweet. Make a video, man. And you got my address.
Guaranteed.
How come it says move 2 and move 3? Is he going after cows? Is he counting cows or something?
Uncle, hello, Lloyd.
What's with the move on the battery?
The move?
I don't even know where you're at, Jim. What show you watching?
Didn't you just see what Matt had up?
I have no idea. That's the drone I bought, and that's how he marked his batteries for some reason. I have no idea.
How are you, Lloyd?
Like he was going to buy 100 batteries, so it would be M for Mavic 001.
Yeah. Like you're going away. Yeah, that's how he named them. So I rubbed 2 of them off.
Adrian rubs a few things off.
He rubs it.
Yes, I do. Very much.
Hey, wait a minute. Relinda's calling. Yes, ma'am.
There's your boy, Adrian, picking on you again.
I finally got your daughter to quit texting me. So she give me Relinda's number.
Grumpy Vlogger. How are you, mate?
How you doing, Lloyd?
Haven't seen you.
Hello, Lloyd. How you doing?
Adrian, what happened to your live stream earlier today, buddy?
I try to use that Prism live studio. and it just crapped out on me.
It did. Man, I was all primed to go, and it left. Me and Mitch was there.
I know. I seen Mitch say something. Again, it just crapped out on me.
Where were you gonna fly?
The Mavic Air 2.
Do I work or afterward?
Actually, I flew it. Yeah, I flew it. I did a little video over there by the Plains Prairie, the lake. Pretty nice. It came up pretty good. But again, I wanted to do a little live stream, but I don't know what the hell. It just crapped out on me.
Was it the hotspot?
Who just asked me that?
Ron.
We all asked that.
I haven't done it yet, Ron. First of all, it's been raining here every day. Finally, today it rained, but then around 6 o'clock it stopped raining. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain every day, all day, and Sunday. However, I'm going to go to Crystal River because the weather's supposed to be a little better, so I'm going to go over there and try to fly over there.
Adrian, I'm going to save you from losing your Evo 2. Leave it home.
They got the power. They got the power.
Seriously, dude. No, I'm going to be serious. Leave it home and take your other drone. Especially if you haven't flown it.
Crystal River, Florida.
Been there. Done that. I have flown it.
Have you guys seen that new movie that came on Netflix called Project Power? Anybody?
That sounds like a bit of a pain in the ass to fly, Al.
I'm just not used to it, dude. I've set the settings and stuff like that to my likings. It's just I uploaded the new firmware and I've got a couple of issues with it. So
now when did the firmware came out?
Came out July 25th, something like that. I can't remember.
Okay,
I should have known that. I should have waited before I updated it.
But with the no update that came out, that means that was after I bought my drone. So if I did the no update, I'm not having any issues like that with mine.
Wait a minute. You said you haven't even flown it. So what issues? How would you know if you have an issue or not?
I did the firmware update, but remember, they're also saying about the I actually took it up in the air inside the house and I let it hover.
So you did fly. So you flew it then.
Okay, inside the house I did, but not outside. And it hovered just fine. The camera worked just fine. I didn't see no drifting or nothing on it. But I haven't flown it outside.
I'm
going to be honest. If you're in the house flying, I don't think you're going to be looking at the transmission. You're going to be staring at your drone so it won't hit the wall.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it wasn't doing anything.
So you weren't going to see the camera drift.
It was hovering in place. It never moved.
No, I'm talking about the camera drift.
Okay.
That's the thing. And there's a big difference between hovering too when it comes to camera drift and your drone moving.
Here comes the expert.
Yeah, well, that's right, mate. So listen up, you dumbass.
You monk.
You wanker.
I think I just heard a noise. Hold on.
You hear the noise,
Grab
all right?
a gun. Jesus. He grabs a gun and runs to the door.
Yeah.
And this is the noise he heard, me removing him from the train.
Does he even have a bed? Does he sleep on a recliner with his guns right by him?
Unreal, man. Unreal. Yeah, it's not until your gimbal's actually trying to keep up with what your drone's doing if you find out got any issues with it. I guess once you're up there and it's trying to keep itself steady with all the wind and all that, and your gimbal's doing some stuff, that kind of sucks, dude, because that's really upsetting. Really upsetting.
Yeah, and I don't want to do any gimbal calibration or anything like that. It's a firmware bug, and which sucks because this firmware is a firmware that gave you the ability to adjust the expo and the attitude. The basic and simple stuff you get for DJI, I didn't have when I first purchased the drone. So that's why guys were saying it flew like a boat. Yeah, because you couldn't adjust those things.
Yeah,
but you live and learn. It's all good.
I still would, as Ari was talking about earlier, with all the bullshit. the next Mavic, if that ever comes out. It probably will, whatever. But still, a preferable option is still to look at that Autel, and we won't be seeing that here in Australia till next year. So hopefully, all the bugs will be ironed out and what have you, and it'll be quite a nice bird to fly. But again, it'll be a learning curve, I guess, by the sound of things. But definitely an option over a DJI drone, with all the crap that's going to be involved with that, which I REM myself, from listening to whatever's happening over there in the States, I don't want any part of that shit.
No, I think the DJI equipment has, from the point of view of privacy and versus usability, has peaked. And let's face it, China's authoritarian. Is that a nice way that I can put it without getting any more than the 7,000 Chinese hackers I already get trying to access my servers a day? They're somewhat authoritarian, so I think we're always going to see DJI at the cutting edge of finding ways to have their drones report and be controlled externally.
They always
So
have.
you're saying don't be surprised if apps like the Go4 app and just any DJI app is blocked in certain countries.
Maybe I'm being
America,
maybe
Australia,
I'm being paranoid, Al, but
UK.
why do we need the Fly app? What did the Go4 app do? Not do that the Fly app does, but maybe they wanted to introduce some totally new code that was incompatible with the old one. You're only paranoid if they're not out to get you.
True.
Which we know they are.
Oh, it's raining, Ari. That'll make me happy.
Yeah, but it's fine here.
That means
Oh, is
you
it?
need to drive, Matt.
Yeah, Bob. Good on you, Bob.
I'm not going to do it now because Bob's telling me what to do. I got to
Brother
do it.
Bob. Hey.
Jeez, mate, you would have been a hell of a teenager.
You can't beat him with a stick, old brother Bob.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's Steve.
I'll go
Brother
ahead.
Steve Carpenter, Mr. Rick Halber.
Well, boys, I'm going to tap out. I got to get up at about 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
When will you have a hook in the water, Ron? That's my next question.
Monday.
I need details. I need a time and a date that you're going to put a hook in the water.
Good.
I'll be in the water Monday morning.
Central Standard Time.
Tomorrow it'll be so you're Central, right?
Yes.
So it'll be 2 hours. So by noon your time Monday. But tomorrow afternoon I plan on going down to an area in the river outside of Petersburg where the bear go down to feed. And I'm going to go hiking back in the woods with the cameras and the drone and hopefully find them.
And a pistol.
Let's face it, with Ron, he doesn't really mind when he's in the water as long as he's not in the chopper at the time.
Roger that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
And that bear spray didn't work too well for that guy. Remember that
yeah,
on that video you showed me.
I know. Yeah.
Adrian drug up on us, guys.
But
Adrian can come back in. I'll take off.
Oh, he done crying. He's over here crying in the chat about how sleepy he is and he's going to bed. Whang,
girls
whang,
are wearing
whang.
them out.
He actually just left the green room. I just messaged him. I said, I'll get you on in a sec. And he goes, I'm going to sleep. And then he just got himself out.
How rude.
Yeah.
No morals.
That's not like him to
No,
be
you
rude.
know, he's had his ice in his pink cup.
He has to.
He's probably going to go fly the Evo 2 in his room.
Yeah.
I
Did
like
not tell
that.
anybody.
Yeah.
Chris, are you calling him?
Yes.
Everybody call him.
You gonna get back on or not? Hey man. You gonna get back on? You gonna get back on, buddy? Hey Rolinda, you gonna get back on? Adrian, you gonna get back on, man?
You guys are all blowing them out.
Well, he hung up on me.
Did he? See if I can get anything. He ain't even gonna answer. I got 2 rings and nothing. What's up with that?
I am not available right now.
Oh,
He's ignoring me.
where are you, man?
Come on,
Holy shit.
Adrian.
We got
He hung up.
thunder and lightning here, Ari.
Wow. Have you upset anybody upstairs?
Every day.
Well,
Boy.
I feel put out.
Peter. What's up,
I
Peter
feel-
Carroll?
Reggie, oh, here he comes.
Is he back on?
What
Everybody.
the hell were you?
But see, everybody, it like 6 people just called me on the phone, and then the phone just kept ringing, and I couldn't answer the freaking phone. Everybody was calling me.
What was your phone number again, Adrian?
Listen, even Aldias went ahead and called me.
I didn't call you. I just texted you.
We
I
got.
just texted you.
We put it on girls.com for you.
Jim, hang up the freaking phone. I'm right here. I'm
Who's
here,
he talking
Steve.
to? He's not talking. Oh, he must be talking.
Love
to
you,
Matt.
Steve.
Oh, sure, Steve, you love.
Oh yeah, they're getting deep now.
Where's the rest of us?
See, Steve is nice. You a jackass.
It said you picked up my call and then hung up on me.
Hung up on me too.
Did he leave?
Around. What the fuck is going on?
As the world turns.
This is Adrian. I am not available right now.
You called yourself.
Run!
How'd you get it to say this is Adrian?
He diverted it back to Adrian's number.
Hello, Jim.
What? I'm right here.
Adrian Mateo
Why is
Jones.
my thing ringing?
This is Adrian. I am not available right now. Just leave a message and I'll get back to you.
I don't know.
He's calling himself, man. Hey, Curtis.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang
What the
up
hell is
or
going
press
on?
1 for more options.
Smoked his phone.
You guys
look at all the
overloaded his
freaking missed
phone.
calls I have.
All the calls.
Adrian
Calls and
Mateo
text
Jones.
blew his phone up.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I
guys,
hear a lot of clicking.
I will see you all later.
That's everybody
Ron,
hanging up.
play trip,
Come
man.
on, Ron.
Yeah, catch you
Take
guys
care,
in a
Ron.
couple weeks.
Later. Have a great trip.
Yeah. Chris, you got to come up here with me sometime.
Dude, I'm in your hip pocket if I go.
Hell yeah, man. You would have a blast. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I want shots of those whales.
yeah. Oh, there'll be Matt.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the footage, buddy. Oh, it's gonna
Mate,
be
it's
awesome.
going to be
Yeah.
that's going to be huge, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did us proud last Friday night, and you do us proud again this next week.
Yeah.
Dead on, eh?
Jack Daniels, number 7. I'm in
Oh, my
heaven.
You could show anything up there.
She
You know,
was
that's-
so sweet.
I'm still thinking about her and her paint job. Oh,
Oh,
That
Don't
one
forget-
on the way out of the
And Miss,
bar.
Miss America.
yeah.
Yeah, Miss America.
you know what? I was actually thinking of her washing it off, to be honest.
Miss Manscaped.
It's good. It's good to know you guys still have it stored in your beat off Memorex.
We got it on film. It's on last week's show.
You guys are going through every detail.
That's why I was really pissed that I couldn't timestamp it because I was trying to find it.
It took a week for it to all stitch together, but Matt's show finally made one whole run.
Uh-huh.
I do that. That would have been about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. What he said would be good.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys.
Yeah.
See you, buddy. Have fun.
Take care, Ron. Have a good trip. Be
Cheers,
safe.
Ronnie.
All right.
Take care there, Ron.
Bye-bye.
Anything he shoots is going to be good.
Anything he shoots is going to be dead.
I mean, that's the stuff you only see on those TV shows, Alone or Outback or whatever they're called. There's that one Alone that goes off the Victoria. It's off of Canada.
That's Naked and Afraid, man.
No, Alone does that too. I've never seen that Naked and Afraid. That's crazy.
Well, they blur it out, so it ain't no good. But yeah,
Go ahead, Chris.
Do what, Ari?
I always wondered why they called it Naked and Afraid until I saw a flash of some of them naked. I was afraid.
Roger. Cody, I think Matt's going to put it in the chat for you, buddy. It's RL Photography.
Did Ron bring his drone with him? Hopefully he did.
I think he said he did earlier. He said he flew today. Unless he leaves it. I don't know if he'll carry it on the plane with him.
Wow.
There you go, Cody. All up in it. All up in it.
Get up in his grill.
Don't forget to put Adrian's channel in there too, Matt. I think Cody would be interested in that. There's some great cinematics. Dude, I'm serious.
You're brutal tonight, Al. You're brutal.
I think you pissed him off with those camera comments.
Yeah, the camera and it's subliminal messages, you mother.
You got a little paranoid.
250 plus shit.
He's separating already.
Oh, he's up to Adrian already. So he's seen the cinematics. He's seen it.
Yeah, you know Adrian's live streams, Cody. They're all of about 2 seconds.
Well, where do you think Cody gets his editing ideas from? He's obviously copying Adrian.
Yeah, he's inspired by Adrian.
I'm about to go to bed, fellas.
Inspiration to
No,
everyone.
you ain't. You ain't going no bed because we ain't gonna let you.
I'm about to go to sleep.
No.
You work tomorrow, Adrian? Come on, it's the weekend.
I don't work on the weekend, but I'm tired.
You're going to sit on that chair you're sitting on right now, and you're going to hear noises, and you're going to run out of your fucking door with your gun in your hand.
With your pistol again.
Yeah, you might as well just stay here. Just stay. Yeah, exactly.
Man, you live out in the country, man.
He's not doing himself any favors, is he? He's gone from $50. Actually, he's gone from
15.
He's gone from free. It was going to be
free,
nothing, and now it's up to $250.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Al
took a beating
Matt,
on that price.
Al's friend, Chris Hope. Ouch, my ears. Love you guys. Everybody in the chat.
Love
See
you too,
later.
Adrian. Take care.
Go to bed. I can't believe it. What time is it back east? 10:15? Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah.
He's gone now. I can change my name back.
Wow.
He's about your age, Al, so he may be tired for a reason.
Oh wow! I think he's going to go fly the Evo in his kitchen or something. Pretty sure that's why he got off.
You know what? He may be fixing to go make some scrambled eggs. He's going to make some scrambled eggs, that Evo.
Yeah,
he's going to cook. He's going to cook. He's going to cook beans, and then he's going to fly his drone while he's cooking the beans.
Now
and he's going to still be listening to Matt's show.
Yes.
Do an orbit of the rice boiling.
And he's not going to do it live.
Great cinematic shot.
Actually, if he gets footage of a block of butter, then it will be buttery smooth. So.
That's the only way it'll be buttery smooth.
Let's go again, Chris. Yes. He's into it, mate. Look at that. Did you notice? Did you see Peter Carroll put up there? He gave me a thumbs down because Adrian was on. Well, he's off now, mate. You can change that. Ollie looks like he just did, actually.
At least he's honest.
Oh, Peter. That's another one you can't beat with a stick.
Unbelievable.
I'm seeing that at a 10-1. That's a 10-1 ratio.
What's 10-1?
There's only 10 likes there, man. People hate us.
Well, you got 2 dislikes. I got stopped coming on the stream. Ever since I come on the stream, I started getting more dislikes.
Show 11-1 with 23 watching.
They just don't like Australians. That's one thumbs down for Matt and one for me.
Yeah. They don't understand what we're saying.
Curtis Darts, you gonna fly Seattle again tomorrow night? I've enjoyed those. That's nice. Pictures are wonderful. The video is wonderful.
I would do it for you. I would show you Florida, Chris. Except I might get killed.
Hey, you know what? If you do it live.
Jim, is there a downside to that? Well, from our point of view.
Apparently not.
Yeah. Jim's showing his tattoos today.
Jim sweating his ass off.
Being the Marine Corps logo. Oh, that reminds me. I knew I had something I wanted to show you, Jim. Hang on a sec.
He's got his guns out, Ari.
No. That's it.
That's a good size.
There you go.
I think it's a cap badge. If you can share my screen for a second after you've done it.
Oh, sorry, mate.
That's all right. You do that first.
Okay. I was going off top. I was just going to play this in the background. Some really nice footage.
The end is near. Uh-oh. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood. Got to go, guys.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How you guys doing?
Great. How you doing, Tim?
Going great.
We're doing pretty good, Tim.
Yeah, I heard.
The end is near.
Ah, cool, Curtis. Looking forward to it, man. I like that fog on the ground there.
That's sand, mate. That's the wind blowing it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, dude. He had his drone up in some pretty horrendous winds there.
I wouldn't even know. I thought it was fog.
Yeah, no. And I'm taking it. This would have been his Mavic 1.
Yeah,
Where's
I wouldn't want all that in my motors.
That's what I was
point. Wow.
Beautiful shot, though.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Where's this at?
It's in Utah.
Really?
Jeez.
That's where Ron's at.
Have a look at the bloody gimbal on that Mavic 1, will you?
Is that a mosque?
Yeah.
I was going to say, it looks like it.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Gee,
Welcome to the...
they must be out of money.
Have a look at that. Holy shit.
Did you notice that they've landscaped the area to look more like home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can hairs all over.
I meant to cut like trees down.
It was nice. The rainforest before they built that there.
But yeah, he's coming up with some really nice stuff lately, you know. The old droner. Skip through that. Oh look, it doesn't look very good. Anyway, so he's got some really nice areas that he's going to now. Look at this. I love this. Look at these pines and the bloody rivers. Fantastic.
I like that rock. The layers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Everything's pretty interesting about the, you know, when you got footage, when you got areas like this, you know, getting footage is awesome.
Like easy.
That's too close to the water for me. Too close to the water for me.
It always amazes me because I think what's going through the pilot's mind, we're watching it, you know, we see it going up the river and that little bit of branch to the left and then he moves away. But in reality, he's flying it going, oh shit.
Yeah.
And he's probably right behind the drone.
And we're looking at it's so tranquil. Not for him.
This is a nice shot here.
I like that.
Tomas, take care, buddy.
See you, Thomas.
Thomas.
Night, Tomas.
You go to bed, you feel a little stop up.
He's just such a YouTube whore.
I love flying over the water.
I do too. It's really good.
There's nothing to worry about.
That's nice. Just
it is losing your drone.
Be sure to turn off obstacle avoidance.
No trees,
or
Chris?
the downward sensors, I should say.
Hey, Ari,
Yeah, mate.
this is
You
what I meant by the gannet.
Yep. You two can fly over water and have one of these. $2,500 paperweight.
No way.
Yeah,
What's wrong with it? Why doesn't it run, Ari?
That's one that I ditched into the creek up on the Lamington Plateau.
Ooh.
In my own defense, I was falling down a waterfall at the time with 2 cracked ribs. But yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Where Matt pushed you, wasn't it?
That's when you were shoved. One of these.
But then he did save me from drowning. He took his foot off the back of my head.
What a swell guy.
There you go, man.
Well, I had my drone set up to 120 frames a second. I wanted some real good slow-mo, and him falling over seemed like the perfect option.
The very next time we went out, it was, Ari, lay on those railroad tracks. There's no trains coming. I'm wondering if there's a theme appearing here.
What's the first thing I said when I saw that, Matt? How the hell did you get him to do that?
2 for 2. Third time's the charm.
I couldn't believe when I saw that, Ari.
Threw that ballast at him. He tonked him back of there.
I volunteered. Yeah, I know.
And then we got in trouble. By the Historical Society for walking along their tracks.
The Hysterical Society. It's not their bloody tracks. It belongs to Queensland Rail.
Well, I know you much a man. You mean you hurt them rails by walking on them?
Exactly.
Mate, they're worried that if a train hits them, it'll derail.
You are a man of steel. I can see that happening.
Jesus, man.
I wouldn't say it's sort of like running into a tank. It'd be more like running into a beached whale.
Oh, come on.
Rolls the cow catcher.
You look like Hancock when he stopped that train on them tracks and derailed about a mile of it.
Yeah, then he went and had another drink.
Yeah, the Hancock movie.
Yeah.
I'll just answer Rick here. He's got Mirror Lake Highway. So wherever that may be, Rick.
Virginia?
Well, he's up in Utah, so I don't know where he would have.
You know, they were Ari. They were going to build a mosque in Georgia, and everybody started burying pigs there.
My favorite, one of my favorites. I read it over here. It made it in the news. It's a true story. I'm not sure which state it was in, but in the US, they built a large mosque and Islamic cultural center in an area, and there was a fellow who was a pig farmer in the space next door, and they'd been there 3 generations apparently, and the Islamic Society knew that before they built. And then they started up a movement trying to get him shut down because it was offensive. So his answer was every weekend to have a fun fair and pig races for the kids. I thought that was an elegant solution and statement.
Yep. You know, this political niceness crap, love everybody, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass.
I don't have any problem with Muslims and them having a mosque and following their own religion and culture. That's fine. But, I was born in Malaysia, as it is now, in an Islamic country. I can tell you that, when there, you live by their standards. It's their country or else.
Or else.
When they're in my country, I'd appreciate the same courtesy.
Right.
Oh, boys, you better turn that off, Matt.
Hey,
it says National Forest.
Well,
no here. Turn it off. You're going to get in trouble.
It was a GoPro. It was a GoPro.
Oh, okay. Flying GoPro. There you go.
Hooked up to a bloody eagle.
To an eagle.
Well, it's actually a hot air balloon with a rope tethered to it.
Yeah, what he said.
Good save. Good save.
Beautiful stuff. Holy shit.
You didn't see
you
that.
Forgot. You forgot. And then you could do that. Over here, you can't.
That's right. We're very, very fortunate here. And actually, Tim lives near some really nice national parks.
Well, what's that rule if you fly from outside? Can you pull that off in a national park too? If you fly from outside the park?
Well, we don't have to, Jim. In Queensland, we can fly in a national park. I think I think it's the only state in Australia where you can, and they'll change that. The last time I was up at Goomalara where I fell down the falls, and I've been there with Matt, one of the rangers came up and he started off a little bit heavy about me flying there, and I just wasn't biting. I just pointed at the case and told him my certification was in there and whatnot. And after a while, he calmed down and we started to talk. And I don't blame him because as he says to me, you wouldn't believe the amount of times he's had a phone call that said, "I crashed my drone 7 kilometers into the rainforest. Can you get it for me?" But he tells me that soon will end and it won't be allowed.
I got a buddy that's a ranger, and he said, "Yeah, it's going to change very soon."
Yeah, well, you know what? There's states where you can't do it. I mean, Victoria is one of them. I think New South Wales too. But there are states where they just make money out of it, where they, you know, it's not a safety concern once you have paid some money. So, you know, the whole thing just stinks of bullshit.
For anybody here who hasn't seen Bruce X-Jet's last couple of videos documenting his battle with the CIA in New Zealand, I thoroughly recommend it. He's taking to them with a very, very big stick. It's hilarious. But as far as not being allowed to fly in places where it's obviously not about safety but about politics, what are those 2 words, Matt? Civil disobedience?
Yeah, that's it, eh?
The only way I can't bitch about that is my whole side here is called the National Seashore, Merritt Island National Seashore. But it's been that way forever because that's where they launched the rockets from, in Cape Canaveral. Yep. So even though it's real scenic when you're in there, you big size alligators, you know, big cranes and all that. I can't fly it.
Don't you know that a collision between a drone and an exiting orbiter could cause a serious accident?
Man, it's large. It is a large national park, National Seashore.
See you, Lloyd.
Cheers, Lloyd. You take care.
Lloyd. Take care, Lloyd. Good night.
What a heavy schedule. He's got to take a nap before bedtime. That man's a legend. Give that up to Judy, my friend.
Take care, brother.
It's not easy trying to nap during the day.
The only problems with flying in National Forest over here is you got to worry about the drop bears.
Why you fly above?
Yeah, fly up above. Yeah.
What is that, Tim? I don't know.
A drop bear. You never heard of a drop bear?
No.
You should look it up, brother. Mean. They're mean.
Drop bear?
Teeth.
Yeah, mate, you think those koalas are cute, fuzzy little fellas, mate. You wait until one of them plummets 60 meters out of the canopy on you.
Whoa.
With his teeth and his
A koala bear? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Those little assholes will open you up.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Mate, their teeth are like razors, and so are their claws. They are.
They make them seem so innocent and cutie and cuddly.
Anything hand raised is, you know. But you get them out in the wild, and you get them all cornered up and what have you, man.
Wow.
It's like we get the same thing with goannas here, Al, which is sort of our equivalent to a monitor lizard. You know, they'll grow up to 6 feet or so. You don't want to startle one of those things, especially if you see it crossing an open area, because it'll head for the highest area. And if that's your head, it'll get there with claws, you know, that long.
Wow.
Yeah, climb up, yeah.
I never thought.
Like a
Not
tree.
everything in Australia can kill you, but everything thinks it can, and it'll give it a damn good try.
Yeah.
I heard you guys actually lost about 50% or more with those fires.
The koala, it was pretty bad, but it was also grossly overblown by the environmental movement to try and push their agenda. But yes, it was bad.
It was very bad. Yeah.
Those fires. When did that finally go out, for Christ's sakes? That was 6 months of fires, wasn't it?
Yeah.
January.
I'm not sure, Jim, but the last big lot that they had in 2008, they found out by analysing the satellite footage that some of it was still burning in remote areas 14 months later.
Wow.
Well, when I came through in January, I drove up the Hume and everything, and that was it was still raging then. I think it was like even March before they even got some of those under control.
Matt was driving up to him going,
You had done a live stream or something, didn't you, Matt?
I'm not a live stream, but I did make just made a small video of where I was.
I thought I remembered it.
Yeah. It wasn't actually anywhere near the fire, although sections of it you could see the fire, but they obviously hadn't closed the road, so there was really no danger because obviously the wind was going the other way. But I saw all of the water bombers and all that sort of shit going over, which is bloody interesting to watch. Those boys have got their shit together, I'll tell you. Just unfortunate that there was a bit of an accident there too with some US.
Whoa, thunder.
Oh, you got thunder there? So it's coming up from the south then. Great.
Yep, we're sending it up to the people who deserve it. Oh, hi, Tim.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate
I
it.
like watching the buckets, the helicopters with the buckets coming and stealing the water. And
the only time I nearly ever got taken out of the air with the drone was by 2 water bombers, Tim.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, what?
Well, they were coming
into each
around
other?
with helicopters. They were coming around with helicopters and taking it out of people's pools, dams.
Wow.
McDermott, he lost a helicopter, and he's a buddy of mine from Karoy. He owns a helicopter, about 3 of them, 3 or 4. He lost one.
Hey Tim, how come you don't have an accent like Ari and Matt? You from Australia, aren't you? Aren't you in Australia?
Yeah, well, since 2003, I used to have an accent like Chris here, but
Oh, really?
not anymore. I lost it.
Ah,
Kidding? It was Chris's?
But only in his dreams could he have a beard like Chris.
Yeah, I can't grow. Well, I could, but no. I keep it
so you're
tight.
a cowboy
Ever-
down under.
Yeah, ever since Matt said I look like Night Train, I shaved it.
He confused. You got confused, eh?
Yeah, you got confused.
so, are you loving life over there, Tim? Now, what all that?
Oh, I love it over here. It's beautiful. It's like a vacation every day. I wish I had a vacation every day.
Wow.
But no, it's beautiful over here.
Gary's got a good point. He'd like to see a fire around his house and see them getting water out of his neighbor's pool. Wonder if he's going to shoot them down.
Yeah, it's funny. It was 1998. The state of Florida was on fire, and we were actually. I'm not a fireman. I'm a paramedic. But anyway, we were stealing water out of people's pools just to put out their houses. I have never seen fire jump 8 lanes of interstate before, but I'm telling you right goddamn now, it can do it.
The problem over here with those fires we had, it wasn't coming from the ground. It was rising up from the tree and jumping.
They create their own wind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, just a heads up. If I disappear in a hurry, we've got some filthy weather coming through. That's what it'll be.
You got lightning?
It won't last long, dude. I'm bloody blue skies here again.
I can see the clouds.
The last time I had a strike while my network was up and running, it cost me 5 machines.
Oh, wow.
And you have the surge suppressors on them too?
Mate, nothing can suppress 1 billion amps.
I know. I had a strike in the backyard that wiped out the house.
Wow.
In the backyard.
Ooh. I got 2 surge protectors, but yeah, if something comes like that, it's gone.
So we don't worry about that here in California. We just worry about earthquakes. Well lightning strikes are farther up the islands.
Every time you get a lightning strike, it's a 10-month fire for you guys.
That's more up north towards Sacramento. Well, from where I'm at. Up probably like where Rick's at. And Rick Halber.
Actually, we do occasionally get an earthquake, but nothing, And the other thing we don't really get is tornadoes. We like to call them tornadoes. We get these little things that, pick up the dust and make the car filthy and steal the washing, and maybe we call them willy willies. Cute little name that tells you about the extent we get them. We don't get things that'll take the whole town, and that's no ordinary blowjob, guys.
Jim, I have to ask you a question, Jim. Are you ever going to fly in your front yard again, knowing that your neighbor could come out?
I always do.
Okay, so it's not going to stop you.
No.
Okay, great.
That's that
I'm
guy's.
just curious.
If you listen to the video, you hear the wife screaming that she called the police on me twice before.
No, I heard that. Okay, all right.
They can kiss my ass. It's perfectly legal.
Fly in at Jim's place next week. 40 drones.
All of it.
I'm never hovering over anybody's house. You know what? You people are just not that interesting to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And they just don't understand, the field of view on the average drone. And, you've got to be flying within 10 feet to see anything.
This drone was 300.
You have the Z30 camera. You could see a lot with that.
Well, yeah, but I was looking back at me in the driveway.
Yeah.
And the other thing was, the thing was 367 feet high. How did he even see it?
Wow. He was just panicking.
As I say to people when I ask, when I'm out and you get asked, there's actually footage of me on one of my streams getting approached by people and dealing with them and bringing the drone down and letting them look over my shoulder. As I tell them, yes, you can buy equipment with zoom lenses to put on your drone, but the average pervert isn't going to spend $25,000 on a drone and a camera. They're just going to hire a penthouse overlooking the beach and get a long lens for their SLR.
Mm.
But the whole point of that camera, just so everybody knows, is because of electromechanical interference, you can read. You don't have to get that close up onto cell towers, and you can still read the serial numbers and all that of the equipment that's on there. It's only a 2.3 megapixel camera. You know what I mean? We're not getting Polaroids of your kid in the pool, for Christ's sakes. People really blow this out. And the media and the FAA or the CAA or whoever needs to stop the crap making us the bad guy.
What's the point in that? They'd never be able to give the airspace to wing aviation and the likes then, Jim.
Yeah.
I saw this one the other day of they've changed over regular Cessna airplanes to autonomous. They've got helicopters that are autonomous. And are you kidding me? People are bitching about our drones. We're 5 years into this drone thing now to where everybody has them.
Yeah. And it's just not that hard.
Right.
The safety problems are vastly overblown. We're all drone pilots. We know the truth is you don't fly a drone. You use your controller and you point it where you want to go, and the microprocessor takes care of it all for you. It's not that hard. My daughter flew the Inspire for the first time on a live stream, for God's sake, when she was 15 or 16. It's not hard.
Hey, Ari, you remember that day we went out to Gumalara? It was Gumalara.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Now, when you're flying there, obviously we're dealing with people coming up to us, like that Spanish chick. Yeah.
Yes, I knew exactly where you were going.
She was
like the Spanish chick.
Oh, fellas.
Don't worry about it, guys. You had to be there.
Let me tell you. She goes, I said, what are you doing in Australia? And she goes, I've just done an English major. And I said, sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
That's only because he was looking a square in that eye.
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful. But anyway, beauty aside, now when you're flying, obviously you got the 30-meter rule for people. Now, if they come up to you and go, oh, look at this shit, look at this, it's really nice and all that, and you've got 15% battery, you've got to get this drone back. What do you do?
It's a little grey in that it used to be part of the regulations, and this is going back to aero modelers, where they could be less than 30 meters as long as they were behind the aircraft. However, I believe that's no longer the case.
Well,
it was takeoffs and things like it was meant to facilitate being able to take your aircraft off. Theoretically, that's what you're supposed to have a wrangler with you. That's why when I'm flying on a job, I take Phil, my brother, with me. His primary job is a wrangler, keep the crowds away.
There you go. But it's a bit hard, like say where we were. You got this very confined space. I know you're a bloke, I'm more than happy to show him. He wasn't there when you were there. I was at Little Tony that day. But he came up and I showed him the screen, and I said, look at this. And he goes, oh my God, that's amazing. And I said, yeah, it's really nice and all that sort of shit. But I was flying the Spark then too. And I had very little time before I had to bring that thing in. And then he couldn't believe the size of it actually when it came in.
Cheers, Bob.
But I had to bring it back. I'm not going to say to him, dude, piss off. I've got to bring this drone back. All I say to him is, mate, I'm going to bring the drone back and it'll be coming in right there.
Theoretically, Matt, if they're asking questions and you're demonstrating, it then becomes a training scenario. He effectively becomes part of the crew.
Yeah, well, we maybe can do that. Yeah, okay.
30 meters here, Gary, and 15 if you're commercially certified and you have your manuals in place.
See you, Bob.
Take care, Curtis.
Buddy. Thanks for joining, buddy.
That's the whole thing I was bitching about. If they're going to come out on our side of it, because I don't know. Canada seems to be a lot further along in this than we are. But if they're going to come out on our side of it with this remote ID, with telling everybody where you're at and all that crap, and we have to have maintenance manuals and maintenance logs, that gets back to my point of how the hell do we know unless we bought the drone, never had a problem with it, right? We could count how many hours we had on our motors and all that stuff. We would know. That's all wiped out once you send it in for repair, and that shouldn't be. Now we know nothing about what you just sent us.
Yeah.
Remote, well, obviously they're the manufacturer, so they're going to send you something back that can be certified as being safe. At least that's what they're going to claim. And as far as this remote ID thing goes, Jim, and people knowing where you are in real time, okay, it's no secret around the world that Australia doesn't have very high gun ownership anymore. I had a concealable license for many years, unlike most Australians. I'm an instructor plus my special projects background. I haven't. When the kids came along, I stopped. I surrendered my license and got rid of my firearms. They're in their teens now. The day that I have to have my location disclosed in real time for anybody to find, I will go back and carry a firearm again.
See you, Rick.
Cheers, Rick.
Bye, Rick.
Night,
Take care.
That is, like your neighbor. How would you like him to know where you are 24 hours a day?
And the time that in 2017, when I was approached by the motorcycle group, they all had guns on them. I was the only one without a gun.
Wow, that's crazy.
I was using the Inspire with a Micro Four Thirds camera, which has an f2.0, right? So I'm a quarter mile back while shooting a construction site. It was a Wawa convenience store being built. I'm shooting that. I didn't know the damn thing was over a Warlock's motorcycle group. How would I know?
Was it their clubhouse or was they just parked?
Their clubhouse.
I was next to it, eh?
It was on top of them. They came running at me with guns.
Dang.
I was like, what the,
Well, Gary's saying they're talking about 500 feet above ground level. I've talking before about XJet, Bruce, going on in New Zealand, and he's been investigated a few times because of spurious complaints. Unfortunately, old Bruce, he was the editor of the world's biggest online news outlet for many years. You poke him too many times, and he can poke back. And some of the stuff he's putting out there now, and his latest thing is he's pointing out that there are 50 times more registered drones in New Zealand than there are aircraft. So therefore, drones should have the right of way and airspace rights to 1,500 feet.
Right. If they want to play that game, look at the safety record.
He's had enough, and he's 67. He's got Parkinson's. As he says, he hasn't got a lot to lose, and somebody has to stand up. I do like Bruce.
Didn't he have a lot of problems since he built that missile or something like that?
No, wrong, different guy, I think.
No, he's the one. He built
He does RC Mono reviews and channels.
Yeah, I got him.
Got two channels. One for his modeling, which I don't watch, and one for his
drones.
Yep. I'm just reading what Brent says. I find that when I'm wearing the high vis that says drone pilot, stay away, I get more people coming near me.
Really? I feel the complete opposite. Like people tend to leave me alone.
Now, being a hobby, you have to wear one of those.
COVID positive.
COVID positive.
Yeah, that should do. Warning.
draw them right in.
Hey, Ari.
Or a Metallica T-shirt that keeps them away.
You know, the only problem I got is I know
Pantera.
this is funny, but the damn thing is wearing off. It says "ease disturb me."
That's when you buy a new one, Jim.
So you know how you do that? You go, excuse me. That's how you ease disturb someone.
Jim, that's a question for you. Am I correct that when you get a 107 or similar in the United States, you get a little plastic license, an ID?
Yeah.
So that's one thing we don't get here. We don't get anything. They just email us a link to your license online. You can print it out on paper if you want to. They really should have that out here.
Wait a minute. Here's the asinine thing. If it expires in 2 years, you have to recertify. Then you have to now carry the plastic card and the piece of paper that says you recertified.
Yeah, because the card doesn't state the expiration date.
Right.
That's why a lot of people are not taking their reoccurring.
Out here, the license is for life. You don't have to recertify. However, the other side of that coin is they can randomly assess you at any time.
That wouldn't be a problem.
Ari, with being a hobbyist, do I have to wear one of those vests?
No. Look, at the moment you have to sweet FA. But allegedly by the end of next month, commercial operators will have to register their drone, although whether it's already been delayed 3 times, I don't know. And at the same time, everybody will have to get a certification, be they recreational, excluded, or professional like myself. That's an alleged thing, allegedly professional. And registration for hobbyists comes in 2022.
Yeah,
Laurie, your tests are a lot more stringent than the tests taken here. You guys do actual flight training, right? Don't you have to actually? Yeah.
Minimum 5 hours, Al. And although I don't know anybody who's actually failed, what it comes down to is, like for me, I've been flying 30 years. I can fly all 4 modes, mode 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've been flying 30 years before I even went into drones. So my instruction went like this. They can train 6 of you at one time, and they lay the ground out in a circular pie fashion, and each person gets a sixth of the arc. With me, it was a case of you go fly over there. We were getting towards about 10 minutes from the end of the day, and I sort of went and tapped one of them on the shoulder and said, because they come and get you to do certain maneuvers and they tick off your ability. I went and tapped on their shoulder and said, guys, do you want to actually certify me? Because I'd been working with the guys who couldn't fly. But if you can't do it in 5 hours, they just extend the amount of time you have. You have to pay for it, of course. But I know some people have gone 20 hours of instruction before they get certified. The theory, I've looked at 107 and I've looked at the PFCO in Britain, and I've looked at the Canadian scheme. You would think that they had been collaborating, which they have. The theory required in any of the English-speaking countries is almost identical. I would say that we're a little bit harder here in Australia, but apart from the practical requirements, not so much. Yes, Mel, I wish Remote Pilot 101 had an Australian syllabus.
I never took anybody's course. I read the FAA material. If you can read, you can pass the test.
Well, out here you have to. It's considered to be about equivalent to a certificate 2 in college. I don't know if you guys have that system, but out here you have to get your license through a CASA accredited training organisation. So you've got no choice.
Yeah, I've seen how many times.
I use Remote Pilot. Then I should become a CASA training facility then.
Looked at it.
I have the reoccurrent test coming up next couple of weeks. I had to pay in advance, and they increased the payment $10 from when I initially took the test.
How much is it now?
160.
It's 160. When I first did it, was 150.
Yes, true.
If you get out of it for under $1,500 here for your basic license, without any endorsements, without the radio operator certificate and everything else like that, you're doing well. I've probably got about $5,000 in my certification so far, and I'm going to upgrade this year. Well, time's running out, but I'm going to upgrade to a heavier weight category over 50 kilos. I'm certified for up to 100 pounds now. I'm going to certify for over 50 and for fixed wing soon.
I want to go and get mine.
Jim, I pay for my study stuff. I think it was when I did it. I think it was worth it. I think I paid like $99 for Remote Pilot 101.
Everybody's different. And then you're like, everybody learns differently.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have the time, it's great to have videos to use as a resource for when you do have time to sit down. I'm not putting anything against it. I'm just saying that the material is there already for you if you have the time.
I agreed, Jim. You know, they say here in Australia, you know, you can do it. You can pay for a course face-to-face for the entire course, which goes for, you know, some weeks. You can do your theory at home and then 2 days at the final 2 days at training organisation, which is what I did. They say that you're supposed to allot 3 months for your theory training. I did it in 8 days. You know, nothing like leaving it to the last minute. And I achieved the second highest pass ever at that training organisation. I got
you're my hero.
98. Yeah, well, no, Jim, what I'm saying is that's how, not big noting me, I'm downplaying the exam. It's not that hard.
Well, there are guys on Facebook now that they're going to teach you how to fly power lines and all this other crap for $1,200 or $1,500. Come over here. I'll teach you how to do it. I've been doing it for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Where's all this? Where's your certification coming from to do that? Because there is none yet. That's why I don't do it with the Inspire. The Inspire can't handle the electromechanical interference.
Over here, they have Energex that flies the helicopters down near the wall, so high above the electric lines.
They were doing PG&E last year was forced to do inspections, and I think Mel was out here doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And flying, inspecting towers.
In fact, I told Adrian that would be the best way for him to go because he doesn't have a lot of time to read and understand. That videos would be better for him.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the person. It depends on your understanding of, you know, how you grasp things. You know, 500 feet from a cloud, 800 above, it's got to be 800 above. That stuff is annoying.
The problem is finding the time.
Right.
That's
right.
The big thing.
Well, you know, if you were to spend an hour to 2 hours a night for a month, you'd be up there, in my opinion, Tim, anyway.
Yeah.
I think the hard thing for here, the FAA stuff, is learning the METARs and charts, how to read charts. I think those are if you're first taking the test, those are the ones you better study.
Roger
METARs and chart reading, how to read the charts.
The air currents.
All that stuff.
Sounds like a bonus, Cody, if you get later.
Yeah, we should happen to me, Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Don't blame autocorrect, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Lord.
Wouldn't that be nice? Bloody
hey, Matt, so how does my mic sound now?
Sorry?
How does my mic sound now?
Can anyone hear it?
We can hear you, damn it.
You say something, Sonny?
I shouldn't even ask.
That sounds a lot better, mate. That does sound a lot better.
Steve.
You're not yelling into a toilet bowl, which is the worst sound ever. Usually it's like this. That's what. Yeah, but no, it's not so echoey, eh? So you're all right. You just lean over your back balcony, fertilizer.
Yeah, Carpenter. Cheers, buddy.
Oh shit.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.
Steve. Oh, it's Steve's pizza time.
It's a little late, isn't it? Like 7:30 usually does it?
Yeah.
7:56 now.
I like how old Matt ends his videos. Ciao, and with a little wink.
Yeah, Al. Ciao with a little wink. Al, you're freezing up like I used to, bud.
Yeah, you know what? These guys were telling me that. I thought it was a subliminal message. That's a sign. I'm off. I'm out of here. You guys take care. Good night, everyone. Matt, thank you. God bless. Have a great night, great day.
Ciao.
Later, guys. Later.
Ciao.
I gotta get a damn cowboy hat. Oh my god, that's funny.
You might as well get the one from Adrian. He ain't wearing it.
Yeah.
He tells you how much.
Little turd head.
We're on GFOs the other night, and I was paying him out. Anyway, he kept pulling the sheriff's cap out. He kept pulling the sheriff's hat out. He got something to say, and he had his phone on his shoulder, going, "Yep, yeah, Adrian the bass, yeah."
Eddie Mateo drones, line one. You got to call himself because nobody else will talk to him.
That's right.
Yeah, I just send a message to myself. Bill's back. How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
You know, ever since Ari said that, I cannot find my wallet. I went to look for the wallet because I wanted to see if it had the expiration date on it. Because I thought it expired in 2 years. And then that's why you had to carry that little piece of paper with
Tell
you.
me, Jim, do manned pilots have to recertify every 3 years in the US?
Actually, they do.
Okay.
Every 3 years.
Yes, when I was working at the airport,
The plane has to certify every year. Go ahead. Sorry, Matthew.
It's all right, Adrian.
Sorry, Matthew.
Am I in trouble? Yeah, I had to send the pilots off because I was doing their rosters. You send them off for all their retraining and the dangerous goods and emergency procedures and all that sort of shit. And the funny thing is, right, under the awards, the flight attendants can actually do less work than what the pilots, hours-wise, than what the pilots can. So I found that really fucking weird that the flight attendants couldn't serve coffee for
Nice to meet you.
could serve coffee for less time than what you can fly a plane. So
A, the flight attendants have to deal with the public, and B, they could spill hot coffee in your lap. The pilot can only plunge you 15,000 meters into a mountainside.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Yeah, it was
Cheers,
weird.
Cody.
And the time between shifts was shorter for pilots too. The flight attendants had to have more time, and oh my god, I wish everyone we can.
I always love the flight attendants, and the little in-flight briefing or pre-flight briefing, and the exits are there, and in the event that we should crash into a mountainside and burst into flames, there's a life jacket under your seat.
Don't forget the whistle.
Or it's a life jacket. It just went poof.
There should be an explosive system in the aircraft.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
No, that's what I want, man. Before you hit that mountainside, just press the button. I'm okay with that. I'm better off with that. I'm better off with that than spending 5 minutes. I don't want to be alive for that 5 minutes smeared on the mountainside. Okay.
Are you friends with Kevorkian or what?
Kevorkian.
We could be buddies, Jack and I.
Yeah, I bet. Hey, Kevorkian, I got a problem over here. I think you should, think about this idea I have.
Well,
Kevorkian's living through his neighbor.
Yeah, that's all I got to do is ask for my neighbor's help. I'll just fly over to my neighbors.
You need to get one of those bait drop systems we were talking about, Jim. Write a little note, dare you to come over and do it again. Fly over there and drop it. Or better still, get a few nudes off the internet and then a picture of his wife and deep fake her face onto the nudes and then drop him a copy.
With a picture, with a swimming pool.
Yeah.
All he's got to do is drop one of them empty boxes of Boys to Men hair face. That'll get it.
Oh my God! People get so upset
because it's empty. He'll be really pissed off with an empty box.
An empty box.
Boys to Men, End of the Road. Send them that CD.
I didn't even know they had one.
Yeah, you did.
Hang a banner off the drone. Did you get a new pool?
I'd add on the bottom, I would have got a new wife first.
That is perfect. That's perfect.
I've seen that thing 3 times, and I can't repeat what I was said on that deal, man. You held your tongue good, because I don't know that I could have.
But it's not his first time here. See, I just wanted one time on camera.
Yeah.
All the other times I've yelled back, it's the FAA, blah, blah, blah. I not this time. Just sit there and do that.
He's a Hollywood star now.
Mayday, Mayday. Never mind, it's under control, except we lost Jim to his explosive.
The pilot's just about to recover and Jim detonates.
See, that'd be my thought all up. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Right until that smack. Something's going to go all right. No.
I see that mountain. I'm pulling the ripcord. It's over.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you.
Mayday. Tim, can you buy Budweiser? Can you buy Budweiser over there where you live? Because I know it's what you drink.
Yeah. No, I don't drink. I used to drink MGD, Miller Genuine Draft.
Yeah, that figures.
The way you said, I don't even know what Miller Genuine Draft is, Chris, but the way you said that said it all.
Yeah.
That's why he's still skinny.
And so, people say, I drink Jack Daniels, and someone goes, really?
With the same face. With the same facial look.
Yeah. We need to get somebody really talented at FBV. When your neighbor opens his door, they can fly it in and round the house and out through the window.
Just keep buzzing around the house, down the street, up again, doing loops.
It's much better than Budweiser, Mel says.
Miller Genuine Draft.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mel, you're right, because as soon as you open the top on a Budweiser, you're already drunk just from the fumes.
Yeah.
It was only turbulence, Jim.
Maybe if you gave that guy up the street a peace offering, Jim, like buy him a banjo for him and his sister, wife.
First cousin.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Sorry, got to keep it. Do you know we can't poke fun because that's legal here in Australia.
It's a second cousin here in Texas.
Yeah. No, you can marry your cousin here. And then they emigrate.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
My cousin's hot as. I mean, loud.
Good night, cuz. Yeah, good night, cuz.
I can tell you some stories about my cousin.
Sounds gross.
Yeah, I tell you what, this turned into a poo-poo bowl.
So if you married your cuz, what would your baby be?
Second cousin.
How do you know that so quick, Chris?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Second cousin by marriage.
Didn't even think of it.
No, you don't hesitate, man. You're going to tell a story, you just go on with it.
It's legal in Australia to marry your uncle or your aunt.
No, it ain't.
Jesus Christ.
You a tale, Ari.
What did this turn
it's
into?
Not well known, but under the letter of the law, yes, it is.
You mean you can marry your aunt? Ain't she old? Now, I'm going to tell you, man, I know a couple of aunts that I would have married 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You're right, Ari.
My aunt used to look
down there.
Ooh, my aunt was tough, buddy. I'm going to tell you right now.
I can't say that, I have any aunts or uncles that I look at that way. My cousins are all dead gorgeous, but even if I was to look at them that way, they certainly wouldn't be looking at me that way. So we've got nothing to worry about there.
You just need to go to family reunion. You'll be all right.
Yeah, you got to get them drunk.
Make sure
And
you take
bring the
water balloons.
banjo.
Tim
You
been
take
one in Alabama. I guarantee you he's probably got a cousin too in his hip pocket.
At your family reunion. Just take water balloons and just look for your cousin that has a white shirt on.
Yeah, dude.
Tim, you sound far too familiar with that procedure for me to be comfortable.
Yes,
What does
that's
that mean? I don't get that.
you don't.
Jim, you
Water
truly are
balloons.
old.
I'm a little bit concerned.
Oh, Jim,
I'm telling you,
You
Jim.
water bomb them, Jim, and their t-shirt gets wet.
Jim had Adrian.
Remember boobies? I know that you've been single for a long time, but fly
You're
down to
gonna-
your neighbours and hover over the pool. Remind yourself.
You're gonna toss water balloons at your cousin.
That has a white shirt on. So if it
What?
gets wet, what does it do? Oh my god.
It's your cousin, man. What are you doing anyway?
Oh my god. Never mind. You just went.
That just tits, mate. I'm a bit worried. I'm a little bit worried here about
Subject.
neck minute. But I'm going to bring this up because I'm a little bit concerned that my has an uncle the same age as me. So I'm just wondering, he wouldn't date an uncle that was younger than him? Is that what he's saying?
My wife was adopted at birth.
Ooh.
About 10 years ago, her actual family caught up with her, tracked her down. And she flew over to Western Australia to meet them. And when she came back, I said, so what are they like? And she looked at me, she said, well, I've got a cousin who's my uncle. I said, so being adopted wasn't the worst thing to happen in your life? She said, no.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Damn.
that's messed up, Corey. I'm
I don't even
sorry.
want to think of the twining there.
Is there six toes, or seven, or
We always practice separation of church and state.
Jesus.
See that? You don't touch that.
Touch what?
Point to it on the doll.
every time I think of cousins marrying cousins, I see that little boy on that back porch playing a banjo.
Why? What do you mean? It's worked for the crown heads of Europe for hundreds of years, Chris.
They all inbred, every damn one of them.
Make you squeal like a pig.
Yeah, Cody has gone, mate. Cody left a little bit wild. So, yeah, damn, he didn't see that. Anyway. God damn.
That's a great movie, by the way.
What,
Deliverance.
That's
I
a
had-
great movie.
We try to entertain with the motto that nothing exceeds like excess.
Lord.
Subject left untalked about.
That's right.
Yep.
No,
I haven't,
I guess I can text Adrian's daughter and see if she can go in there and wake him up when we get back on.
Yeah, I dare you.
I wish that was funny. You sure got a pretty mouth. Sure got a pretty mouth.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Mel. Yeah, we did it. We kind of hit that. I guess we've both seen the movie.
Yes.
Poor old Ned Beatty. He ain't built right for that.
Not.
Too short.
Too short. But he looked like he was stump broke, Jim.
So
that
I
was
won't
a
even
long
bring up
time ago, man. What was that? The 70s?
Oh, that was in the 70s.
75.
Probably.
70,
Man.
something like
See,
You were
now
5 years old, Tim. What were you doing watching that when you were 5 years old, Tim?
I wasn't allowed. I had to wait until I
year
was
did the
about
movie
12 or
Deliverance come
13.
out?
he
1972, July 30th,
Oh,
1972.
I didn't see it till I was married first time.
I saw
You
it when
see
I
it
was
together?
about 13.
Was that
Yeah,
a
I think
family
we-
viewing?
I think me and her watched. I think me and my wife watched it one night. Come on one of them Saturday night late show. I said I've always wanted to see this because I like Burt Reynolds, and I always like that banjo song. I'd never seen that kid play that banjo before. That's pretty interesting up till he got squealed like a pig.
Interesting fact is, that kid, that actor is not Down syndrome at all. He's depressingly normal. He's made a film career out of looking that way, and he wasn't playing it. One of the best banjo players in the United States was crouched behind him with a specially made up shirt/jacket with his arms through there, playing it blind. Now I've ruined it for you, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
There goes that movie. We're gonna have to put that in the back desk.
Well, we go watch Southern Comfort. Y'all ever seen that one?
No.
Southern Comfort.
I don't
Southern
remember.
Comfort. Louisiana National Guard. And Pyers Booth is in it. And
yeah.
they are in South Louisiana.
Yeah, coast to coast. Yeah, you come in at the wrong time. Dueling banjos. If you want an extra dose of it, go and frequent some of the Facebook groups that Curtis started as a moderator of. That's an in joke. I left one of his groups in a hurry over their attitude, and when he contacted me later asking why I made things harder for him, I did reply that if I wanted to hear banjos, I would watch Deliverance.
Oh, damn.
I'm just trying to think of if there is ever a good time to actually come into the show. It's probably not.
5 minutes before we arrive. 5 minutes after we leave.
There's never a good time.
I am going. It's literally time for a shower, boys.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to check it in myself.
We got the 3 hour mark. Yep. That seems to be about the extent of it these days.
That's about as long as you can sit on your ass.
Everybody else's, you join them for a live stream. When you join Matt, it's for a tour of duty.
Yeah. It's a good catch up. Enjoy catching up with everyone, mate.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fun.
Is there anything we don't talk about?
No.
We don't even know how we killed 3 hours. It just goes boom.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's 3 hours gone.
Yeah, the last time I looked at my clock, it was 9:30. Now it's 45 minutes later.
God, it didn't take long, does it? Oh my God.
No.
Couldn't script this shit, let me tell you.
No.
I could try.
Saturday morning catch up, unscripted.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
And
be
that
allowed.
That right there is why I'm wearing a cover on my chair from now on.
So you don't have to get up to go to the toilet?
Yeah.
What, you got a pee bottle strapped to it?
Yeah, I got a pee cup right on the left-hand side. You want to see it?
You get that porcelain pot.
You know, first and second carton, that no longer becomes a priority for Tim.
That's why it took him so long to put the chair together. He was busy cutting a hole in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought he was distracted. You know, I thought his landlady was helping him or something.
Oh, yeah.
Stick with me, Tim. I'll embarrass you and get you evicted.
Yes, you will.
Hi, Sandy. Oh, that's right. She watches your live streams too, doesn't she? Sometimes.
I don't know, but
she's a lovely lady. You know, I don't know what she's doing having you there.
Yeah, she's nice.
Tim, what do you do for a living besides put chairs together?
I put chairs together.
Yeah, he directs traffic and fills out accident reports generally. In that order.
He still doesn't know where screw A goes.
Well, the thing about it was when you put the back, you put these armrests on. You got to have them both at the same time. See, Jim, and so you're holding them together and trying to. Yeah. Anyway, but I'll let you know, Chris. My last job, you might have known it. NASA. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was there. I was there in the 70s and 80s.
That's right. Oh, he was the janitor. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
I look at Cameron. You blame him. Have you ever read the instructions that come with those things? Come on, you know. Pleased to be putting many esteemed ancestors screw A into slot B.
Oh, it was ridiculous. I mean,
and then nowadays there's no writing; it's just pictures, which would be okay, except the pictures that big, and there's 700 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiny fucking thing.
And it doesn't tell you that it doesn't line up with the screws. The holes don't line up with the holes, and you got to, yeah.
Come on, which one of us has not been down to IKEA? Come home,
Oh,
spent 5 hours screaming as we assembled our new piece of furniture, only to find that we put one piece in back to front.
I bet it's still like that.
Not me. OCD's bad, guys.
yeah, it is.
All right, I'll leave you all with it at that point. Thanks for having me in again, Matt. Take
See
care,
you,
Chris.
all
You too, Tim.
Take care.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week and see who else we can outrage.
Exactly.
I'm going to get out of here too, guys. Y'all
See
take
you,
care of
Tim.
yourself.
See you,
Take
mate.
care.
Thanks.
All right,
again.
mate. Mate, it's just us now.
It is. It is. We can talk about them.
Yeah, might as well. That dang old Bill's done throwed up another FPV starter kit in the deal,
It did. I saw that.
and he's trying to sell his Mavic Mini.
Never flown it.
Well, you know what? I flew I got over on Greg's stream tonight and flew. He does the worldwide fly-in.
Yep.
Once a month, and I got over and flew on his stream before I got over here. Dre flew tonight, and somebody from I think Arizona flew tonight. No Australians. Everybody from the United States.
No, I used to watch his show all the time. I used to pop on every week, and I was only ever going to do a live that went for an hour, so I could pop on over and check his shit out. And for some reason, I don't know, it's just gone to the shitter now.
Yeah, well, it's Adrian's fault. It's Adrian's fault.
Well, it is. It's always Adrian's fault.
Yeah, he's not here, so it's his fault.
It's his fault when he is here, so it doesn't matter.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, buddy. It's 10:30 here nearly.
Righto, mate.
Have a good day, bud.
You too, man. Have
We'll
a
see
good
everybody
weekend.
next week.
Righto, mate. See you, Chris.
All right. Ciao.
Thanks all once again for popping through and having a little bit of a chat today on a lovely Saturday morning. Storms have gone now. Looks like good flying weather. But yeah, thanks very much, everyone in the chat, for popping in. Thanks for everyone on the panel. Awesome stuff. Do spare a moment though for John Spizzo's family, and condolences to them. Shocking news, to be honest. Very, very unexpected. So thoughts are with them. So hopefully we can catch everyone again next week. And I'll be popping in and saying g'day to Rodney Bell when he pops up today. I think he's going to do that. I haven't had a look yet. But anyway, catch us all again. Have a great weekend, and see you at the same time, same channel next weekend. Take care all. I'll catch you then.